Yes, people, we are back. We are live. Welcome back to another edition of The Rivals on Spurs Kings TV. I've got my boy, my brother from another, backing me up. Deji Spurs. What you telling me, son, man? What's good, man?
Bro, do you know what? I love the fact that you said brother from another mother. We have to back each other up, bro, because there's a lot of bum shaking from rival fans. And I think for me, this week, we just got to spend putting people in their places. The thing is, I want to just remind people, what did our club do last season? We drew at Brentford, and then what happened? Game week 10, where were we? Top of the league. So for me, I was disappointed with the weekend, bro, but I saw a lot of positives. I saw a lot of positives from Solanke. I know people trying to have a goal. He should have scored if he's really about that life. Bro, just the fact that he looked like a decent striker in that team. He just looked like that's what we need. I was happy with him, bro. So the future is bright. We need Odebear real quick. I never want to see Timo Werner again. Nobody can tell me to like Brennan Johnson. If I see both these men down Wood Green, I'd fly kick them both in their beanheads. Apart from that, bro, I am optimistic. I really think we can do bits. I predicted third for our club, and I still think we can finish in the top three for sure.
Yeah, it's mad because there was a certain man. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a certain man called Pep. I don't know if you've heard of them before. Areola. And he said a certain thing, man. Let me see if I can share it, bro. Hold on. I can bring it up. Wait, before I bring on my guests. Something about, Pep Guardiola, who will challenge for the Premier League title this season? Tottenham will be there because of the way they play.
Honestly,
I've got to throw this up for Dej because I don't know if he's seen this or not.
No, I haven't seen it, but it makes sense. Anyone that knows football knows what's coming. And I get told, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be by post, whether it be in my DMs, that I'm delusional. The best manager in world football, probably one of the greatest managers of all time, has confirmed what I've been saying, because anyone with eyes can see. Leicester result, everyone jumping on the bandwagon. How can you not beat Leicester? Are you still going to finish third, Dej? Do you still have a better squad than Arsenal, Dej? The answer is yes, and yes. Then I start. It's only game week 1.
The whole chest is out today. I love it.
Come on, man.
Hey, listen, before I bring up my guests, I wanted to say big up to Phil P in the house. Big up the panel, he says, from Big Phil.
When is Phil gonna get on here?
We bring Phil in, Hey, Phil, hey, listen, Phil, you can jump in, Odebert is better than Johnson by a mile. Yeah, we know that, Kyrie. We know that. But yeah, for no further ado, let's bring on our guest, man. Let's bring it on. And we're gonna bring on Stefan. Stefan was there holding his head in the background, grabbing his face. What is going on here? Yes, how are you doing, my bro? Before we get into it, how are you doing? How are things, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just work has been hectic, but you can always leave it to Spurs to make your week better. So it's been a good weekend, especially a great Monday. I'm just Deji. I you know what? I think Anne should take that comment from Pep and just laminate it and put it up in the Spurs training center and say, "Look, guys, we're gonna challenge for the league because the great one said it."
Yeah.
So
yeah. Hey, before we get any further, I'm gonna bring up my next guest in Yomes. How you doing, my brother? You good?
Yo, reporting for duty. I'm like, you know what? I'm only here for a very short period of time today, but I could not miss game week 1 purely because I knew Dej was gonna be here and he was gonna be swinging. And you know what? When Dej throws them blows, I'll pay to see it. So, yeah.
I just want to say, Ash, I cannot wait for Yom's incredible takes on Man United now. How they've got an amazing identity after a 1-0 shit win against Fulham. I can't wait.
Whoa! I thought we were shooting at Spurs. I'm catching strays.
Before we get there, guys, I'm gonna bring up my next guest. I can see him. Tune Tactics. Can I see you?
Bare stray bullets at the moment. Strays.
Mad, I can't even see.
Oh my word! Thank you guys.
Whoopsie.
Very good. Always an honor. Always a pleasure to be with all you gentlemen and the incredible chat. I always say this, but I watch our shows. I don't watch our shows, but not all the time. But I watched the shows back last time. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. But it was great football talk as well. So,
Big up the chat.
guys, to all the chat, you gotta share, you gotta like, you gotta subscribe, you gotta let other folks know about it because there's too many people missing out on this incredible show. I mean, look, you got Yoms here in his green uniform outfit, he's ready to defend Ten Hag till he dies. You got Stefan already just shooting at everybody. You got Deji with his I'll leave it. It's a pleasure to be here, guys. Take care, bro.
Okay, we haven't started yet, but look, I want to get straight into it. There was a certain game played. Oh! Before I do that, late arrival. Making a late entry. Hey, Chinks, smell you? Sounds like it. Oh yeah, all right. Cool. What's going on, bro? You good?
I've been here backstage the whole time. The link weren't working for some reason.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, man. How you doing, man? You good?
I'm good. I've got the YouTube playing. I can hear myself echoing.
Is that a camo headset?
Yeah, like, man. My other one broke.
I just want to ask, guys. Too. I didn't know that you had the Saudi national team kit, man. That's a really nice kit too.
Do you know what? I think you haven't been to Specsavers, but this is Newcastle United.
Hey, that's what it means. That's exactly what he means.
That's what money looks like.
That's basically his point.
I want to talk about the Spurs game versus Leicester because obviously that was the biggest shock or the biggest upset, in my opinion, out of the top 6 or the top 10, whatever.
What was it though? Spurs got. I mean, I think you got a Premier League.
James, don't be nice. Leicester is shit.
I think you got a Premier League.
What, Leicester? Oh yeah, well,
they've got more Premier League pedigree than you.
Whoa.
They wouldn't even let Ash finish the question. Like they just like.
Man said, "Was it though?" Ash said, "That's the biggest shot," and Chink said, "Was it though?" Like Spurs being Spursy is not front page news, bro. That makes page 13 if you're lucky.
What is going on here? Listen, my brothers. For me, it was a shock. I'm not gonna lie. I had that stand to win. I was surprised. Obviously,
sorry to cut you. Why did you have you down to win? Have you seen your record in your last 30 games?
Brother, I just saw old man.
Let the guy finish the question.
Old man Vardy wasn't even meant to start. He was meant to have an injury. Do you understand? So I'm looking at it thinking, Rod, that car as well, the next striker, he's out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they had a lot of injuries.
They had a lot of injuries. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to be, line, match and sinker, but line, hook and sinker, sorry. And then, yeah, the game started. We played well. We started well. And then, it kind of, we got the first goal. And then, I don't know, man. It just kind of went pear after they scored.
What happened to Son, though? Because if Vardy's granddad, Son looked like grandson, bro. What happened to him? Because that guy, for me, is and I'm not even just saying this to butter up Spurs fans, but to
he looked like Benjamin Button.
He's literally the most underrated, underappreciated forward attacker the Premier League has had, period. Like, nobody mentions him.
We appreciate him.
Nobody mentions him up there with the best of them, even though he is, right? Whenever you say to people who's your top 10 or top 15 even Premier League attackers, nobody says Son, innit? Where I think he deserves a bit more respect.
Yeah, but there's your top 10 to 15. No one gives a shit. Top 10 to 15.
The Premier League's had some amazing attackers, right? If you're talking about 10, 15, it's really hard to get into the top 10 Premier League attackers. Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree with this.
What, currently or all time?
Of all time. But what happened
to Son? Not all time.
Son is amazing, man. Come on.
What all time top 10 Premier League forwards?
Yeah,
okay. Wingers? Wait, are we talking just forwards or wingers?
Well, now the
forwards.
Since Pep, the whole thing has changed, in it, because wingers are no longer traditional wingers. Wingers are wing forwards and all of that kind of stuff. But I just think Son's underappreciated by people who are not Spurs fans.
Big up.
But my wider point is, what's happened to him?
He's old.
I mean, Stefan's right. I said this at the end of last season, and a lot of Spurs fans were rattled by it. I said I would have liked to have seen us sell Son this summer.
You did say that, bro.
Not because I don't respect him. I think he's been a legend, and I think there's some other things at play as to why Son is not being recognised the way he should be. Because had he been from any other nationality, I would go as far as to say, he would probably be respected more. But what I would say is that he was dusty against Leicester. I mean, the performance was poor. And I've always been saying we need to have that cover. I think the cover is Alderweireld. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. And the issue we've had is we're so heavily reliant on Son that if Son goes missing, it means the team goes missing. I don't remember Son having one shot against Leicester. That's a disgrace. Any attacking player that is playing needs to have at least a shot on goal. But for me, I just think that Spurs, we were overconfident. You know, sometimes when you're just too dominant, the domination was just too much. Who do you think had a poor performance, right? Bro, everyone's talking about Maddison not really showing up. What do you think had a worse performance, Maddison or Bruno Fernandes? Do you know? I mean, obviously Bruno Fernandes is as dusty as Tutankhamun, but Maddison had a good first half. But what is unforgivable is that he ran out of steam at 60 minutes. You can see the ball came to him on the edge of the box. He couldn't even lift it. The guy was blowing by that stage. Brennan Johnson, I never want to see this brother again.
Was that 55 million as well?
Yeah, Brennan Johnson, Timo Werner. If I see them in Wood Green, I swear I'll headbutt one of them and I'll jack one of them. That's what it would happen. I think the goal that Vardy scored is an absolute disgrace from Romero. I've been on this channel for 6 months now or more.
Thank you.
I've tried to defend this brother. But I'm going to say now with chest, Saliba is better than Romero. And I'll tell you
finally.
Man said with chest, We knew that last year, bro.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm coming to
19, bro.
Saliba doesn't allow that. For me, I used to play right wing, but if I was a centre-back, whenever we're under attack by the opposition, I'm thinking, where is the striker? Where is Vardy? The fact that Romero was more fixated on the ball than knowing where his man is, for me, it was a disgrace. People keep saying Porro should have got there. What do you mean Porro should have got there? Romero should have just hung back a bit and won the ball. Simple positional play. So for me, Romero was rubbish. I think he was the cause for that goal. I never want to see Brennan Johnson. Postecoglou, I have to say this though, as much as I love this brother, and as much as I believe he will take Tottenham to the promised land, I think he's just got to keep it simple.
I can't.
Timo Werner came on and did absolutely F-all. It is a disgrace. We knew that he's crap, and he's showing us that he's crap.
I saw you on the terrace the other day.
Before this turns into a Tottenham,
have a better bench.
What do you mean before it turns into Tottenham?
Tottenham therapy session.
Let your rivals more about Tottenham. Let your rivals talk. Subject matter at hand.
That's like.
Now this is an all-star lineup. Do you know how vexed I am that I've only got a little while?
Listen, let me
this lineup.
Deji,
Ash, give me 4 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
That's a song.
What's 4 minutes?
I want an EP.
What?
Hey, Ash,
I got 4 minutes for Spurs. That's crazy.
No, please. I just want 4 minutes to talk about the brilliant performance.
We're getting 4 minutes.
I know Jay's going to be 4 minutes.
This man is insane. This guy thinks he's getting 4 minutes to run down Tottenham.
I want 4 minutes.
Go with Jay.
Can I have 4 minutes?
What's the problem with sanity?
Nothing. What's the problem with you have 40 seconds and use it fucking wisely about 4 minutes?
That's going to turn into a meme. That's going to turn into a meme.
4 minutes.
Injury.
Yes, 4 minutes.
Oh my god.
Okay. Can I start?
Go on.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for giving me the floor.
Man's got 40 seconds.
So
and
I
he's
just want to
wasted 20 seconds.
yeah. Well, stop interrupting me, Chinks. Okay.
Sorry.
So first thing from the game, and the most worrying aspect for me, yes, the result was bad, but the actual overall play in the first half was very good. The worst, I would say, aspect of that performance was how Spurs completely collapsed after Leicester equalized. They looked deer in the headlights. Udoji looked like he had forgotten how to play football. And finally, I think Spurs fans are seeing the light about Romero, who I've always said is overrated, who has made numerous mistakes. Van de Ven, in one season, has played better than him in all of his 3 seasons. A person that they say is world-class who's played only one good season for Spurs. This is not the first time he's fallen asleep on crosses. Go watch Liverpool last season. Just go watch Liverpool. He fell asleep on 2 of those goals. So
Sorry, can I jump? Can I jump?
Go on, Yum. You ruined my 4 minutes, Yum.
Sorry.
You didn't even get a minute.
Just because, do you know what it seems like to me? Because like you can't doubt Spurs were dominant first half, right? Very dominant, right?
I can't. Yeah.
It seemed like Spurs went in at halftime and was vibes FC, right? And it seems like Leicester went in at halftime and said, "Guys, what the fuck are we doing? We need to start playing." And somebody said that Spurs were overconfident. I don't even think they was. I think they were overconfident in at halftime. They're going in with a lead and they're thinking we've got this wrapped up. Is that a Postecoglou thing? Is that something that we have to look at?
Hold on. Let me just interject. Let me just interject. Let me just interject because you guys are trying to take us. You're trying to take us somewhere no one wants to go. No one wants to go with you. No one wants to go down there. Listen, the point remains. Spurs played well. Yeah, Deji. I'm unhappy with Deji because the thing is, because you speak in such hyperbole all the time, and you're like, "Ooh," you have to come now and kill our players because you hype them so much. And I'm like, I'm listening to you, and I'm like, you never want to see Johnson again. Cool, bro. The kid had a bad game. Yeah. Kid had a bad game, bro. He's had a number of bad games. Listen, I couldn't give a shit. The kid had a bad game. Yeah. So what? It happens. If everyone's lights out for 38 games a season, you know who they are? They're Messi. Yeah. No player is lights out 38 games a season.
Or Saka.
Yeah. So whatever. Yeah. Johnson not playing well is not the reason we did not win this game. Yeah. So
What's the reason, Jay?
The reason is we didn't take our chances. Yeah, we defended poorly in that moment. You want to blame Romero. Romero made a mistake in the initial ball out to Porro. Romero starts to try and double up, and he just moves out of position. Yeah,
he plays hero ball, Jay. He always plays hero ball.
Listen, Romero had a very good game apart from that moment. That moment happened to.
How did he have a good game? What do
you mean? How did he not? Did you not see how he played the game? Like,
okay, Jay, just want to add the goal.
Okay, aside from that moment, which you have to knock him down, because hold on, Stefan. Yeah. Aside from that moment, what did Romero do wrong in that game?
I'll tell you, the Vardy chance, the second chance, which he should have scored, the one-on-one with the keeper. They carved Romero as well. Romero.
If he weren't injured, he would have got that as well.
His biggest and I'll tell you this, and call me for his biggest weakness, Romero. Yeah, his biggest weakness is he plays hero ball. He gets sucked in towards the ball instead. Okay. And if you and if you go watch the second chance against Vardy, he got sucked in from, I think it was the guy from Fulham that they signed. He went towards him and left a massive gap, which was his space. Vardy went through that gap and they raced through. So that second goal, if that had happened, he was the main reason for that.
The second goal is on our midfield. Like, what do you want us to do? Are we sitting? Are we pressing? But Jake, caught in no man's land.
Okay, so, but Jake, my point is that if he had stayed in his position instead of playing hero ball like he always does when he loses his head.
He said right. Okay, bro, listen. In Tottenham's formation, the centre backs are left very exposed. Yeah, you do a lot of defending in this formation. Yeah, both of the centre backs. Yeah, so he's defending a lot every game, all the time. My concession to Romero is he didn't have a huge amount of preseason. Yeah, like the defense, that's a communication issue. Yeah, Star's not marking anyone. Romero's going over. Poro's not in. They're not talking.
Wait, sorry, hold on, Steph. You see that comment you just put up? Is he trying to say Saliba's Romero's better than? What's the point of that one being?
There's a high number of Spurs fans that think Romero is better.
Explain to me what has that got to do with anything?
Because
what's he trying to do with that? Because I just see people typing nonsense. No, but that doesn't.
Because Deji said that Saliba's better than Romero earlier, and then Jay kind of defended it and said, "No, Romero is a good player."
I wasn't even bringing up the Saliba Romero point. I'm saying that Romero did not have a poor game. Yeah, it was
according to this guy's logic, even if Romero had an astounding game, the best game he's ever played in his career on that day, that don't make him better than Saliba. So I don't understand.
I'm not talking about.
Can I ask? Can I just ask Jay this question about Romero? For the goal, Jay, you say that he didn't have a profoundly bad game. Aren't you concerned that if he's this top center back that Spurs fans like to say and all that, and World Cup winner and this, and if they can do it, they'll probably tag their the Argentina World Cup achievements in Copa America on the Spurs website. But forget that. If he's such a top defender, why does he continuously, and I've noticed this, especially on crosses, if you go watch the goal that Leicester scored, he doesn't look behind him, doesn't communicate with anybody, doesn't tell anybody stay on this guy. If you watch the Arsenal defense or the Man City defense or a good defense, you see those center backs, David Raya, everybody communicating. If he's such a good center back, why isn't he a leader? Why isn't he like?
Listen, obviously that's a criticism you can make of him. I don't think you want to make the criticism of him and extrapolate it like all these different games. In this moment, that's a valid criticism. He doesn't look. He doesn't know where Porro is at the time. He does go too far over. He makes a mistake on the goal. However, also on the goal, Johnson lost the duel in the first place. Yeah. Porro lets the initial cross come in. It goes across our box. Udogie then doesn't get out to the winger to stop the cross. Yeah. And then Romero, Porro, Sarr, between them, we have enough bodies back to deal with this goal. Yeah. So to me, Romero has a high amount of blame for the goal, but there's multiple moments we could have avoided this goal, not just Romero losing the man. So when people it happens, like they didn't communicate properly. I don't think that's a reason for people to be like, oh, he was so, like, he on the ball in the game, he was excellent. Do you know what I mean? He was very, very good in this game on the ball. Like he played very well on the ball, and off the ball, he made a mistake. You may argue he made 2 mistakes, but I thought in the main he defended well. I don't think he had a poor game. I just think that he made mistakes that were pounced upon. And I think as a result of that, I'm not going to argue that he didn't have a poor game. Do you see what I mean? Personally, I don't think it was a poor game, but if you make those kind of mistakes that he made in the game, it's a valid criticism, no?
I agree with you, Jay. I guess for me, the bit why I came out with all guns blazing is because, in the Premier League, we're expecting clutch players or so-called clutch players to be alert and available. And for me, we can all agree that he switched off for a moment, and that moment it's cost us the 3 points, in my opinion. And what I'm worried about is that is the difference between finishing in the top 4 and not finishing in the top 4. Moments like that. And for me, I was just really, because we were so dominant and so on top of it. The other thing that is quite concerning is that we just don't seem to have the killer instinct. I think we'll be fine. I said on my watch along at the time, nothing different to last season. We drew the first game last season, and then look where we were after 10 games. I still think Tottenham go on a run after this, and I think we needed that
the end of last season as well.
You know what I mean? I think we needed that way. But why are we needing to be G'd up so early in the season? That's the issue. We need to, Postecoglou talked about, in second season, I win things. I'm not disputing that. I think legitimately he can win something. But I guess the game against Leicester was an opportunity for us to see the improvement, to see, so that we can come with some chest, and I'm not able to come with the chest that I had planned because of
funny, Deji, hold on, Steph. You're saying everything we told you the beginning of last season when you said that you have the best team in the world. Now you're saying it all.
It's beautiful, Chinks. It's beautiful.
I'm not saying that we're not going to go on to do bits. I'm just saying I was just disappointed. I wanted us to hit the ground running. Do you know what I mean? I wanted us to hit the ground running, be top of the league after game week 1. If we have to do it after 5 games, so be it. But for me, the kind of obvious, the holes that we saw in our team are holes that everyone has seen. Timo Werner should not be coming on that pitch for no reason at all. There's no reason for that, brother. I take your point about Brennan Johnson. I didn't expect Brennan to start. I prefer
but Deji, can I ask you, aren't you a little concerned about Ange's talent ID or Lange's talent ID or maybe
Why? Based on what? This guy, he thinks it's an opportunity to get digs in. He thinks he's slick. Like he's like, hey, let's criticize the whole Spurs transfer policy.
What digs, Jay? You had fucking Timo Werner coming on, man. That's
not talent ID. That's just for substitution.
Okay. Brennan Johnson for 50
he said
million.
yes to him, though, Steph. Though you're right.
Honestly, Brennan Johnson makes Aaron Lennon look like
you
Robin.
Said yes to some crazy players in the first 18 months of fucking Arteta. It happens, bro.
Why do you have to bring up Arsenal? Why do you always have to?
I'm explaining the context of when, because in the
we're
context
talking about Spurs,
bro. In the
Arsenal
context,
25 points ahead of you,
bro. In the context of your first 18 months, all clubs when rebuilding will bring some random players in, or players where you're like,
random players.
Every club did it.
Tell me
Even
one signing. No. Tell me one signing for 50 million.
Where's my man? Oh, where's my man? The winger.
William? Are you talking about William?
The winger that he bought in season 1, and then he had the.
No, it wasn't season 1, Jay. You keep saying it's season 1 of Arteta. Pepe was bought under Emery.
Bro, I'm saying that in the first 12, 18, 24 months, there's players that managers bring in, that are not part of the long-term vision, and they just serve a purpose. What about you talk about Werner? What about Van de Ven? What about Van de Ven? What about Maddison? What about Vicario?
Maddison? You're bringing up Maddison.
Are these not good players that have been brought in?
Maddison last season had 8 or 9 good games, and then after he got injured, he got dropped. He got dropped at the Chelsea and Liverpool games. How can you bring up Maddison?
Had a very good first half of the season and then fell off after.
No, not half of the season, Jay. No,
yes,
9 games. That's not half of the season. I'm sorry.
How many games was it?
9 or 10, and then he got injured.
Did he not win Premier League Player of the Month?
In August or September, I forgot which
month. So he was good enough at one period in the season to win Player of the Month, and you want to run narrative.
That don't mean nothing, though.
It obviously means he was very good for at least 1/8 of the season. It literally means that.
Joe Willock won Player of the Month on loan in Newcastle. Fucking amazing player.
So did Lingard. Don't forget Lingard. Lingard
so
did as well.
When you want to bring up random clubs and random players, it's okay. Noted, Stefan. Noted. Sorry.
Right, so quickly, let's go through it, because there's only one way to decide it, Here's these transfers, I'm gonna put it in the private chat,
They've been dog shit as transfers.
We'll do this, Ash. We'll go through it.
They've been horrendous.
And then we'll see if Ange is the transfer messiah or not. Because I think I side with Steph on this one. And I didn't before I saw who they actually bought.
I just want to check, because he said Johnson is there because he doesn't fit. So you pay 50 million for a guy that's gonna just take part? You pay 50 million because you keep bringing up Arteta and Arsenal. Tell me one player that Arteta paid over 50 million that is now a bit part player for Arsenal.
So how much of these are you saying is
you can't?
Jesus.
Jesus is a bit part player.
He's not
Am I
amazing.
Wait, hold on.
Starts ahead of Jesus. I lie.
Okay.
Hold on.
None of your players. Not one of your players start ahead of Jesus.
Not one of them.
Richarlison and Solanke start over Jesus.
I'm telling you a fact, they don't.
Both of them.
Havertz starts.
Wait a minute.
None of your players.
None
of your players start in our starting 11.
The only one that I would maybe think about is Son, but Son
no,
doesn't
but even
look
that
like the
step.
same.
I'm not saying that our players are all better than theirs. I'm saying your players won't work in our system. Our system is too perfect. None of your players are worth dropping any of ours, which is what my point is.
Solanke over Havertz.
No, I don't rate Solanke.
Wait, just slap that down, yeah. Havertz has played 16 goals as a forward. No, he's played 13 games as a forward, and he's got 16 goals and assists.
Nobody has more open play goals and assists.
Centre forward. Don't do the left 8 stuff. At centre forward, Havertz hasn't lost a game for Arsenal, and he's got 16 GA in 13 games. Do
you want me to go through the actual transfers, or should we leave?
Yeah, let's go.
Vicario was the first one he brought in.
Great signing.
Mm-hmm.
Radu Dragusin. It's not one of the first.
Jury's out. He hasn't played. Yeah.
Also, we haven't
so
seen
that
him
means
yet.
he's not ready to go then, isn't it?
No, but you can't judge him if he's a successful signing. He's paid like how many games? 3 games? 4 games for Spurs?
Yeah, but they dissed us about Timber.
That's too much
about Timber.
Yeah. No, let's not do that. But Wilson Odobert.
Okay.
Hasn't played.
Yep, hasn't played. Okay, Dejan Kulusevski.
Has had 2 shit seasons.
That's not really his signing, though, is it?
I mean,
he approved it. That was the first signing he approved.
Well, not really. Well, listen, are we being disingenuous? Obviously, he was at the squad for 18 months previously.
Yes, and he had an option.
So how can you say that's his signing when the guy's been
decided
here
to keep him, innit?
He had an option to buy, and they asked Ange, "Do you want us to buy Kulu?" And Ange said yes.
Listen, that's not like the guy. The player was signed prior to Ange coming. We made it permanent.
Does he get in though, guys? Does he get in? That's all I want to know.
Where
I don't think
it's a no from me.
As his signing.
It's a massive no.
I don't think
Kulusevski doesn't get into the Arsenal team. Are you guys kidding me? Over who?
Saka or the first 11? Are we talking about first 11 or the squad?
Oh, squad? Yeah.
What are we even talking about now? Hold on.
First 11. That's what
we're taking this conversation on different tangents, which hasn't been said. The initial conversation was you were criticizing Ange and Lange's transfers. We weren't talking about who gets into what and this and that. I thought we were just critical.
No, you're right. You're true. That's true. No, you're right. Okay. Mickey van der Ven. Is that a good signing is that Lange talent?
Yeah. Success. Yeah? Even though you guys conceded 61 goals, but okay. No, in terms of
Lord of mercy. All right, so that's 1, yeah?
Yes. No, 2. The Vicario and Van de Ven for me are successes.
Archie Gray, central midfield.
We don't know. Yeah.
Okay, cool. James Maddison.
For me right now, Ash, it's a flop. He's played only 9 games.
What are we doing? You know what I was gonna say? I was like, the guy's gonna say jury's still out, and I would be like, you know what? Like
I said right now.
I think to say he's a flop is a fucking.
He's not a flop.
That's a disgraceful comment.
No, but availability is the best ability, though. No,
he has worse.
How can you say
you only talk about his numbers?
Let me ask someone neutral then. Toon, is he a flop?
No, he's not a flop.
No, but hold on, wait. Let me just Let me just draw a common ground there quickly. Just because he's a flop doesn't mean he's a shit player. Has he been a successful transfer for Spurs? Currently speaking, considering majority of the time he's been out of the team and not had good. We're not saying he's a rubbish player. We're saying has he been a good transfer?
But it's so again.
I think he's been a success.
For all of these players,
9 good games.
For all of these players and any transfers, I think you don't know if you've had a successful transfer unless after 18 months or 2 years. And this has only been a year for some of these guys. Some of the players we've already discussed, Wilson Odobert, Archie Gray, you can't say anything about them. Radu Dragosin is had a year to integrate.
But hold on too. So that means at the moment they're not good then, because say for example,
they can't.
Hold on, wait. Because say for example, you lot said Havertz was poor. You said Havertz was poor, but end of the season he turned it around. Declan Rice came in, so you can sign players who have an immediate effect and are successful and work for the team.
Like Maddison didn't have an immediate effect when he signed
for nine games.
He was injured. He got injured though as well.
So availability is the best ability then.
But look, in terms of can I just say?
So hold on a minute then, Toon. That's like me saying, I'm going to spend my money amazingly well when I get my $1 million. So judge me on when I have my $1 million, not when I don't have it.
But Chinks, that's not particularly true. He played well. He played really well. He was player of the month. He was one of the best players in the Premier League in the first 9 games. He gets injured, comes back. I think it was it January or February, where he played another. Was it 16 games, Ash? I forgot how many. He was fucking dog shit. He got crushed.
So Stefan,
in those 16 games.
So just to say, but so was the whole Tottenham squad by then. We know what happened in the next 15 games. I don't think you can blame the entire situation.
But you keep moving the goalpost because for everything you say, there's a reason why that don't make sense. So there's Saka looks like Saka no matter what team he plays in. Do you get what I mean? So stop making these.
You know, Saka wasn't quite the same at the end of the season.
26 starts and 14 GA in his first season.
That's pretty good.
Watch this.
So
it's not really good because his numbers for Leicester were better too. He regressed.
But Stefan, you're moving goalposts again. What happened at Leicester? You just lots of variables there. I think in terms of the game, just an overarching thing on all the transfers, Madison, the game itself, Leicester game. For me as a neutral that was watching it with no emotions in the game, I can only say that obviously very, very, very dominant first half. I think you guys were playing. Up to you were probably one of my because I watched most of the games. You guys were probably top one or two in the first half. What happened was it wasn't your gameplay; it was your mentality. Just because Leicester raised their game, all they started doing was trying to be more physical, more dominant. Like Vardy said in an interview, he goes, "We gave them too much respect. They just stopped giving you respect." And so they just didn't be more. They weren't technically better than you. They weren't giving the better gameplay. But there was something about the Tottenham's mentality. He stopped winning the second ball. Udogie was too easy to take off the ball. Others and stuff like that. It's not your technical players and what you can do. It was a mentality. Okay, I'll compare it to Newcastle. Very, very quickly. We were dominated in possession, like 70%, 80% by Southampton. We went down to 10 men. We still took the game. And it was a mentality thing that brought us through that game. I think if Tottenham are going to succeed, and the final thing I was going to say, I think if Ange's going to bring that, like, I know why when he's crouching over at the end after that Richarlison miss, for me personally, as a manager, as a leader, I wouldn't have shown that body language after a player misses because the players will look over to the managers like that and they'll see him carrying like that. And it will reflect on them. I think you've got to show yourself. If you're going to be that top club, that winning club that you want to be, that Ange keeps on talking about, he's got to show that himself. I think he can't do that. I don't think you can do that. And I think it's going to come down to him because you give the vibe of to teams like, oh, we only have to like rough you up a bit. We just have to step on you a little bit and the whole game can change.
I kind of like the fact that he did that.
I hate that to me personally.
I liked it. Let me tell you why. You know, Postecoglou has standards regardless of what people think of him. The brother has said, look, second season, I normally win things. That miss by Richarlison was a poor miss. You know, and another striker, even if that was Harry Maguire, do you know what I'm saying? That goes in. You know, that's McTominay. That probably goes in. And like I said, that is the difference between winning and losing. They've got to know that the opportunities that we were given against Leicester, we didn't take it. You can hear that he was pretty much disgruntled. He was not happy. You know, he believes in these players. He said, if you're top players, if you're really about that life, you should be burying it. So I want them to go home knowing that I'm disappointed.
But
so
there's
ways on Saturday they fix up.
My point is in not that he shouldn't be disappointed and angry. My point is on his body language. That's not, if we didn't know that was Ange Postecoglou in the Tottenham game, we think that's just a guy that just found out his wife is cheating on him. We would think that's a guy that's just like found out that he's had a bereavement or a loss. That sort of body language for the person is meant to be.
I think it's the last minute. I think it's because it was the last minute, and he's a winner. You could just tell that he's a winner. I think had it not been any other way that we could have had a potential win on our first opening game of the season, I don't think he would have reacted to it. But because it was the last minute, I think that's what kind of hurt him. And you could just tell. I heard that basically after the game, he went into them for about 20 minutes, like straight after, and was like ripped into them. So I can kind of see if that's the type of character he is, why he went down like that, and because it meant so much. That's just my take on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the feeling and the I think you can control that and leave that in the dressing room. But to do that outwardly in front of everybody, I'm not saying don't show anything.
I wouldn't do that. Too, but it's one of those where it's like, I mean, most fans. I think I was in my living room looking like that as well, like literally. I was looking at my screen and I was like, yeah, that's not good.
But the Tottenham players aren't looking to you for leadership. You know, sometimes
that's right. They don't like. It's just like I feel like Ange is one of these managers where, obviously he's leaving the players to it. The players have got to get it together. Like they need to get it together. Like hopefully that what happened in match week 1, they can learn from that and be like, right, you got to hold, because we got Newcastle coming up, yeah. And we've taken 2 bangings at Newcastle.
2 games away. You're worried.
It's Everton and Newcastle.
That's 2 games away. I'm worried about Everton.
Listen,
Listen,
I can't concede 10 goals in 2 games and not be looking where's Newcastle.
I'll tell you what, we're going to be looking at
aware of where Newcastle are.
We're going to be looking at your body language and how you guys are so easy to shove off the ball, and when it gets tough, gets tough mentally.
They're fucking soft, dude. They're so soft. Put a little pressure on them, and they're done.
Let's do the Underperforming signing quickly. I'm gonna move it to Arsenal next.
Yeah,
and then I'll talk about Chelsea straight after. But what do you think of the Underperforming signing? Does anyone think it's a good signing for Spurs, or anyone think it's trash?
Who are you asking, Ash? Are you asking me? Because
no one ever asking you about Tottenham. Like
anyone can jump in. I don't mind.
Position is anybody but you when it comes to.
What
Tottenham.
Are you talking about, Jay? I love Spurs.
I don't want to hear your opinion on Tottenham. That's the point.
Go on, Deji.
It's never you unless like no one's saying anything.
No, Deji, go on.
Odegaard for me, I think, is a smart signing. I remember when we watched Burnley a couple of times, I was thinking, who's that guy on the right? He's not bad, little young 18-year-old. So I remember him. So when I thought, we've actually got this I thought, actually, that's a smart deal. And I've heard people say he's not too dissimilar to Doué. The thing is, I would actually go as far as to say he's better than the current options that we got, like NSG. He's better than Manor Solomon. He's better than Brennan Johnson. He's better than Werner. So for me, I actually see him as a replacement for Son. If Son's not fit or if Son's having an off game, bring him on, because I think he can play on the left. He can play anywhere across the front three, but I think his favoured side is the left-hand side. I think it's smart business. I think we could, even if Postecoglou has any sense, I think he puts a message that he starts him. Because for me, and I think, Jay, you were agreeing with me, when I set up the kind of pre-match against Leicester, I said Cooley had to start on the right. Even though I know he doesn't like it, for the purposes of this game, it made sense to start Cooley because we know Brennan Johnson just tires out. He's just not that guy. So for me, the fact that he started Brennan was a mistake. Odegaard, I hope, goes on the right, and then that just squashes in terms of our starting line.
My only pushback with that, I think Cooley should start. But my pushback was in the first half we played like Leicester were playing the low block. Do you know what I mean? So it's and we were cutting them apart still pretty easily, and we weren't doing that as much against low blocks last season. So that was, you could argue it was just the quality of Leicester, and they didn't play well, but it was an improvement in that regard. So I think there's a logic to say that the team was still able to create and do well, even though Brennan played badly. But with Cooley being,
Were you? Because Leicester finished the game with a
higher XG. You watched the game. You know we were. You know we were.
In terms of, be honest.
Even before Leicester scored their
chances,
should Bentancur and Solanke not have scored? Just literally moments before Vardy scored. Should Bentancur and Solanke not have scored?
Solanke was offside with the header.
I'm not talking about the header. I'm talking about when he shot straight at the keeper in the second half.
I mean,
and when Bentancur was stood right in front of the middle of the goal and just couldn't kick the ball in the net.
All right, so what do you think about the Odegaard signing, Stefan?
I think it's another kind of, I would say a plan B, plan C signing after I think it was obvious that you guys really wanted two main targets, Eze and Neto. And because I think because they both fell through, I think it's the typical kind of, I would even compare it maybe to the Clement Lenglet signing where you couldn't sign Bastoni, who was your number one target, and then you panicked and signed Lenglet.
He's never going to give you one answer. He's going to go through your whole Tottenham history of failure.
No, it's just for me, it's so disingenuous and such bullshit for Deji to say, yeah, I looked at Odegaard and I was like, yeah, I remember this player. I guarantee you. At last year when you asked him, you need a winger, I'm sure Deji and Jay were like, yeah, fuck, we really need Odegaard from Burnley. That's the guy we need.
No, bro, come on, bro. But sometimes not every player you think about. But I remember watching Burnley and saying, look, their wingers are not bad. Even that Reed player at Fulham that is now at Leicester. I remember thinking Reed is a decent player. Even the left back at Fulham,
Harrison Reed,
American guy. Yeah,
Robertson,
the American left back at Fulham. He's a decent player.
Okay.
These are not people you think of first when you're thinking left backs, but actually when you get linked with them, you think, that's not a bad player.
No, but the point is that like to me, it's like the argument of I didn't think of that player that's the whole point of data and scouting driven signings. We've obviously scouted this guy. We've obviously watched this guy play. We obviously know who this guy is. Yeah.
So why did you sign him now? Because he didn't go to any national team?
Pardon?
Why did you sign him now? He didn't go to any national team.
Why did we?
He was available for the whole summer.
6 weeks. Bro, listen, you keep saying this, yeah? But the thing is that
are you going to bring up
this, because you'll say this again? You'll say this about our club, but then you'll say other clubs have taken X number of weeks to sign players as well. Obviously, we wanted Neto, yeah? Neto chose Chelsea. So he is a plan B signing, if you want to say it like that. I prefer an alternative target, yeah? Makes it sound less about Neto picking someone else. It happens. Players pick a club, we have to do another sign. If we were just going for any old signing, there's plenty of wingers we could get for 30 million.
But Jay,
you'll have heard of way more than Odegaard. So obviously the club's invested a serious amount of money in a 19-year-old. You can make the argument that you want a more proven winger, a winger that's more ready. And that's a fair argument. And you can criticize the club for not buying somebody more ready-made or losing out on Neto. But I don't...
No, I'm not criticizing.
He's plan B signing then. He's plan B. Because
I get what you're saying.
Plan A to Chelsea. So what do you want us to do?
No, I'm not criticizing you for not getting Neto. Every club gets rejected by a player. Liverpool got rejected. Arsenal got rejected. My point is that I'm talking about the level of quality that drops from your plan A to plan B. If Pedro Neto, for all his injury worries, as a player when he's fit, is easily one of the best wingers in the Premier League, in my opinion. The drop off from Pedro Neto and Eze to Odegaard, would you not agree, is extremely significant?
Because I'm saying that the quality differential, there's a difference. To me, there's a difference. Yeah, Neto is clearly more proven, but Neto is 5 years older than the player, and Neto's played in a stable Premier League team. So we don't really know what Odegaard's capable of yet, but we know he's not of Pedro Neto's level.
Jay, what I think to Steph's point a little bit more, like with Tottenham, is why not? We don't see enough of Tottenham, big club, not going for the more high profile. Why not see Tottenham even competing?
Sorry to cut you, Toon. Toon, quick question, because I've thought about this today. What makes Spurs a big club?
No, I'll get to that. I'll get to that.
Topic.
I'll get to that. So, just for the sake of my argument, for the premise that Tottenham are a big club, they've been in the Champions League 8 or 9, 10 years in a row, incredible revenue, everything else. Why don't we see them competing for wingers? Like, for instance, I'm not trying to sell him, obviously. Like, for instance, we had Anthony Gordon, for instance, and Liverpool. Why don't you guys compete with Liverpool? Diaz is I'm not saying that these players are. I'm not. The question isn't does Diaz or Anthony Gordon fit your system. Say they did. Say Ange thought they did, and the sports directors did. Why don't we see Tottenham like throwing their weight around and going for this?
Neto.
There's a difference between.
I think with Neto. I think the thing with Neto, I think the criticism I would make is that we offered 40 million plus skip, and Chelsea just said, have the money. Look,
Chelsea made 3 bids.
But Chelsea overpaid. Let's be honest. They overpaid. I agree that they overpaid.
What I'm making is, when it's the number one target, they kind of understand aggressively for the number one target.
But
Say that again.
he's saying that if it's the number one target, we should have made a better bid or done it more.
You should have gone all out. That's what he's saying.
I'm saying, from my point of view, we made 1 bid. Chelsea made 3 bids, maybe 4 bids. I think they definitely made 3 bids. The point is after we made 1 bid, there's clearly, to me, from a logic point of view, some sort of I prefer Chelsea, as in Chelsea is my choice, and then Chelsea went and got that deal done. That's the way I see that.
You can influence a decision, like so. You lend a Euro. We all banter Man United for it. Liverpool didn't even go for him because he said, "I want to go Real Madrid." Man United said. So just a moment. So Man United just said, "We're gonna go for it anyway." So why is, for instance, Chelsea linked to an Osimhen? Chelsea aren't in the best state. But say they even whether they do, they got Neto. We didn't think they would get Neto.
Listen, Neto.
Why don't Tottenham? My point is, why don't we see Tottenham throwing their weight around?
This is not a fair crit. We were in for Neto. Neto chose Chelsea. Yeah,
I agree with Jay here. I agree. It happens. It happens.
So I'm not criticizing us for not getting Neto. If you want to say Odebear's too far down in terms of the next transfer, I'm going to say. This is where the data and scouting guys have got to prove that they got it right.
But
Jay, I can't judge it until he plays. But Jay, I've got to be like, they chose this guy as the next in line.
No, they didn't, Jay. No, they didn't. Come on, Jay. I can name you 3 players that are maybe not. Wait. Okay. I'm not. Okay, Jay. I'm not a scout. Okay, I agree. I don't have the data analytics in front of me with Spurs, but I can name you one very good plan B to Eze, who's very similar to Eze and does similar things, maybe not of the same quality. Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest.
Bro, why would we buy Gibbs-White?
If Spurs go in for Morgan Gibbs-White, he'll come to Spurs.
Why would we get Gibbs-White? For what reason?
Because he's a very good player. He's better than Underperforming, for example.
We've got Madison. Why would we buy Morgan Gibbs-White in the same position? We've got Berg.
Why did you want Eze? Why did you want Eze then?
Listen, Eze might have played off the left. He might have played post. I don't know what the deal is with Eze.
Okay, right wing. I'll give you a player that maybe is not of the same quality as Neto, but the quality differential that you said is much closer. Bakayoko from PSV, affordable, and you can say, listen, we have 2 shit right wingers here. You can come and play almost every week.
Right, but the whole point is that they picked Odebear, who said, bro, we could buy Bakayoko. That's now you're getting into you don't like the player, as in you think we can't go and get Bakayoko. Of course we can go get
Bakayoko. He's backing up his point of where you don't think your transfer policy is good.
Bro, but the point is Bakayoko, you going and buying Bakayoko from PSV to me that's not a statement signing. That's not anything.
But Jay, who would you?
You just like the player. It's not hard deal for Spurs to do.
Jay, who would you, if I give you a choice right now between Odobert and Bakayoko as your right wing, your plan B to Pedro Neto, who would you go for? Be honest, Jay.
I mean, in terms of, I don't love Bakayoko, but I'd still pick Bakayoko over Odobert.
That's good. That's honest.
More to the point of like high profile. Say there's a high profile signing that does meet your requirements in every single way. I don't think I personally see enough of Tottenham competing for them. It doesn't matter. I think when I mention the names, it kind of throws people in terms of, he doesn't suit. I want this one. It's more to do with the Tottenham's willingness to compete for the best. That is the perception of how it comes across. Does that make sense?
I think everyone's squad building. Everyone's squad building in their own ways. Like I personally listen. If the club wants to compete for certain prizes, they need to buy a certain ready-made player. If they're not buying that ready-made player, they're obviously coming a step further behind, and it takes more development time. I'm very conscious of that. I think there's a disconnect between Ange saying, I want to compete for the league, and buying 18-year-olds to play in the team. I see it. I'm not fake positive.
I'll end my question on the last thing. When was the last time Tottenham, and I won't pursue it anymore, when was the last time Tottenham competed for a high-profile signing?
What do you mean by compete?
So for instance, Newcastle. So for instance, Newcastle competed with Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and others for Elise. We triggered his release clause. We talked to the guy,
and he didn't get the player. So
that's
what
not the point.
What are you celebrating? What the fuck are you celebrating?
No, Jay, you're very good.
You were in the room. You were in the club, yeah?
Jay, you're very good with words. What did I say?
Sit on the sofa while other man fucks, yeah?
The point is, we competed. You weren't.
No, you didn't. You didn't compete. You didn't compete. You put the money up. You put the money up, but it weren't competing.
They tried.
Okay. So when's the last time? When's the last time you've done that? Like you've competed. Okay, you competed and won.
We beat Bayern.
Don't say Dragerson. Don't say Dragerson.
I would say Van de Ven. Liverpool wanted Van de Ven.
Nobody competed for Van de Ven. Stop it.
Oh, hey, who's that Tim Pot side from the northeast that we beat to Madison? Oh, what's that name again?
Madison.
Madison. Yeah, the one who chose Tottenham over Newcastle. That guy too.
Yes, because of London.
They're not a big club, though.
No, that's not the point, Stefan. The point is that he's competing.
They're a big club. They're not a big club.
How is it compete? Wait, so you tell me beating a signing, and I'm sorry to Newcastle is being
I'm not saying Newcastle are a big club. It's very tongue in cheek. Obviously not.
No problem. Let me bookmark this conversation. No problem.
No, but wait, Jay.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. The thing I think people are missing. My point is that your plan Bs, I think they're more opportunities rather than plan Bs. You give a lot of shit to Arsenal. But Arsenal, wait. You give a lot of shit to Arsenal, but Arsenal in the last 2 years, our plan Bs have been incredible. We went from Martinez.
How is Zinchenko incredible, but Van de Ven isn't? How?
Van de Ven is a plan B? Wasn't he Ange's number one center back target?
Wasn't Tapsoba the number one choice? And then Van de Ven was.
I was praying you didn't get him.
Okay, well done. But the other
Vicario underneath Raya. Remember, we wanted Raya. Vicario was our plan B.
I don't know Raya.
So now when it comes to all the good plan Bs, you don't know about them. Because from what I saw, Raya was in the team of the year. So he was.
That's disingenuous, David Jameson.
Thank you.
Because Jay said Zinchenko, not Steph. So it's not an Arsenal fan making it about Arsenal. You just hate us. Just say that. Just say you hate us. It's as simple as that.
But listen, the point remains. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing that the quality gap between Neto and Odobert is is a decent chunk. It's a solid size. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that pause. What I'm trying to say is that
it's as big as the solar system, Jay.
Jay, from what you know about Odegaard.
He's saying this now, but when Neto pulls his hamstring in match week 3, I'm gonna come back to this conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Jay, Ash, from what you guys
hold
know
on,
about Odegaard,
he can still be a good signing even with an injury because Madison was. So that
true, yeah. I want to hear Deji. I want to hear Deji.
I'm just keeping the same energy, bro.
This guy.
Deji, tell me. Odegaard signing. What's your opinion?
No, I was gonna ask if it's just to add on to that, Steph.
I like it.
Odegaard, because I think in terms of profile ID, I'm concerned a little bit about if when Ange and your sports director looked at signings, they look for aggressive players. So Timo Werner, Brennan Johnson don't have an aggressive side to them. Is Odegaard an aggressive? Is he an aggressive? Is he tenacious? Is he an Anthony Gordon? Is he a
he's got a bit of bite. He's got a bit of bite to him. Yeah. Is
that a Tottenham like bite, like a little peck? Or is that...
No, he's got a bit of bite to him, like I said, so
like a Diaz, and I know they get slated a lot, but Diaz is very tenacious, very aggressive.
I hear what you're saying. Like I think that's the thing that Brennan lacks a little bit. He's lost a bit of his. I think he's just lost a bit of confidence. He's lost a bit of his aggression. I remember when he kicked Richarlison, when Richarlison was doing kick-ups when we went to Forest. And he had an edge to him, and I think I think the move at the moment he doesn't have any confidence in it. Yeah, and also I don't necessarily think like if you have a certain kind of training and you do the certain kind of drills that I'm sure we do, like for somebody that's maybe not developed certain go-to moves or dribbles and stuff like that, he has to do the work himself. You know, he has to put in that effort because if he just ups the aggression a little bit, wins some more. Like there was moments in the first half he was winning duels and he wasn't doing well on the ball really, but he was winning his duels and he was competing and he was adding some value to the performance. It's when he starts going inward and timid and he doesn't want to take shots and he's kind of hiding and he's not taking on his man or that's not the player that we spent that money on. So he's always gonna have cutback.
He looks like every time he makes a mistake, he looks like he's about to shit himself. Some of his faces are like
he looks like
honestly, Jay, I think that's the issue of your whole team, which is this is my no. This is my problem when it comes to bite. For me isn't kicking out at somebody for the sake of kicking out. Bite for me is digging deep when your team is losing and when you're up against the ropes and you lead your team and you play big. That is bite for me. That is aggression, because it's easy to be aggressive when you're losing and you have absolutely nothing to lose and to get a red card like Romero or somebody like that. Bite is somebody like Anthony Gordon who runs his ass off no matter what. No matter what, he will always put in a shift. He'll always be aggressive. He'll always fight. No bite is, for example, what Johnson does, which is the moment he makes one or two mistakes, he starts to do the faces on the TV screen as if, oh, shit. And then he wins the ball back, runs, sees a ton of space, but Leicester players close to him, turns back and passes or slips and loses the ball. That is, for me, a player that has zero confidence.
What has happened there, man? Sorry, lads. Don't know what happened there. Hey. Sorry about that, boys. You back in?
Yeah, listen, the thing is, at the end of the day, it's match week 1. The kid's got low confidence. I just think I get what everyone's saying. I'm not watching I'm not watching different football like to everybody else.
I was going to ask about Arsenal quick, man, because obviously certain certain got choked out like a bad bee, like for what I saw. I was
The
like,
best team.
Huh?
The best team. Stefan just sneaked that in, like.
No, it's just
How the hell did this guy stay on the pitch? By the way, he grabbed
that was bad still, and I think Jesus got yellow card for thumb in the bum.
Yeah, because he grabbed his ass. Yeah.
Pause.
Do you think that was a red card?
Or the neck
one? No, the
chokehold,
the asshole massage.
Oof. Oh no, the asshole massage. No, the asshole massage.
I think it was a red card, personally.
Oh come on, Jay. You can't give a red
card. What do you mean? Come on.
Hey, hold on, Jay. Jay, hold on. Hey, before you go,
chill, Stefan. Chill.
Hold on.
Whatever you might say might be held against you. Whatever you say might be held against you. You're not required to say.
You know what this is, Jay?
What do you mean?
It's not about what happened.
A man is massaging a man's butthole. That's a fucking record.
Yeah. You know why this is hilarious? Because I think this topic has highlighted who we are as people, what we like and what we're willing to accept.
What do you mean? More about that.
Come on, man.
Stefan said it's all right. It's all right.
Yes, guys. You caught me out.
Stay on.
I'm out of the closet, guys. You guys call me. So please, I'm just intrigued. When he writes red card in the report, what is he gonna write? Violent conduct?
Yes.
Yes. The most violent conduct. Give me an ACL over a man massaging my asshole. Okay, don't give me the ACL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, please,
broken leg, sure.
Hey, well, you know what? Basically, Stefan said, if you got what do you call it?
It's not red.
The prostate.
Violent conduct.
Bro.
Yeah.
Anyway. Arsenal won 2-0. Obviously, they put them to bed. Wolves had a few chances, but nothing of like significance, and they don't think they had the quality to put them away either. Obviously, when it comes to Arsenal, Havertz, you put in the back of the net, you got the header, and then Saka does what Saka does, edge of the box, just does what you will. Not
assisted by Havertz as well. Assisted by Havertz.
Assisted by Havertz, yes. Duo tag team. Pause. But yeah. I wanted to talk about the transfers with Arsenal because you think, what's going on? What's wrong? I picked up. I said Arsenal got the 2-0, and now
it's the comment. It's the comment. It's the super chat. It's the super chat.
All right. I'm reading it. Super chat says, "I would love it."
Donna, if you have a,
but yeah.
Whoa!
Put in the private chat for yourself. You don't have a private chat.
Do it for you. If you have a great
obviously, if Mourinho was
why is it so highlighted?
because it's a super chat.
It's a super chat.
The super chat.
Man sponsored that comment. Outrageous.
Yeah. Well, basically,
you see, Jay. Jay. No, Jay. Yeah. Unlike you, I bring money to this. To this show.
A man just asked you to touch his asshole, and the only thing you want to do is on me.
That was a good one.
He's the cash cow.
That was
the cash cow.
Red card.
A man just asked you to touch his asshole, and it's me who is on your mind. What? Wow. This is outrageous. Come on, guys.
Okay, Ash. Ask me now about the Arsenal transfer.
Yeah. So Mourinho, you already know. Mourinho and Calafiori. Yeah. Is that enough considering what Man City have just done with Gundogan return?
Mourinho, I honestly do think Mourinho is really gonna help us this season. Calafiori also, but I honestly think Mourinho is gonna be a more impactful signing because against Wolves, you can see that we lack a little bit of physicality in midfield that he will greatly help. But I honestly think we need to sign a winger. We really do need a winger. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Because I've told you this, the only position now in the Arsenal team, in my opinion, that there's no clear competition for the player is right wing for Saka. And I would have loved Neto. I really would have. I know he's, people think he's injury prone a lot in the Arsenal fan base, but I think he wouldn't have played as much for Arsenal because he has Saka to compete with. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm reading now, supposedly from a very reliable Italian journalist, that we've bid 50 million plus Kivior for Ademola Lookman from Atalanta.
Ooh. So
I don't know if that's credible, guys. It doesn't sound to me as credible, to be honest. Well, let's see. Let's see.
Hey. Man saw it written down, and then he said it out loud for the first time, and then he realized how it sounded.
No. In terms of it doesn't.
You love like Skeletor.
No, there's absolutely no way. Look,
that was evil, bro.
What do you mean, Jay?
That was a belly laugh because I
they
heard
want supposedly.
How much is that? How much is that worth?
50 million. I mean, it's not 50 million euros. It's like 42 million.
I swear this man has a clause. Or so. Listen, if you can't spend more than 40 million on Lookman
plus Kivior.
Yeah, plus Kivior, because supposedly they won 65 to 70 million. Liverpool are also
70 million for Lookman.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's bullshit too.
Hey, Big Preach come through like when Thanos comes through the mist.
Through the mist.
What? Like, he looks like a glitch.
Technical.
It's coming from another. It's come from another dimension, like
some shit. It's called being in the Liverpool bubble. That's what it does to you. It causes you to glitch all the time.
Oh gosh.
Ouch.
Living in the past, you got picture of Klopp in the background as well.
Yeah, he's trying to get him and Klopp in the same picture. Man.
He's over there to defend himself.
You'll have to come through. Man was looking like the Undertaker.
No, picture, guys. Picture of Klopp on one side and then picture of Joe Gomez on the other.
Yeah, I mean, like,
you don't want to come on without his trophies. You can't do a show without trophies.
Hey, I'm having technical problems, but I can still hear you. Still. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Cheeks, talk to me, man. What do you think, man? Like, can Arsenal still win the league with those signings?
I think we're.
I love it.
No,
yeah, man. I don't. To be honest,
why did you give you such an easy, soft, underarm question? Can? Everyone knows they can. Turn that can to will and put that question.
They were going to win the league.
I'd be.
Man said, "Can." Why are you being so nice, bro?
Because he knows the type of person I am. I'm not going to write a check I can't cash in it. So I can't tell you if we will. If you want me to lie, yeah, we will win it. I guarantee. I bet your house on it. Bet your house on it. Bet your house that Arsenal are going to win. Put your house on it.
I mean, no one's asking you to bet your house. That seems excessive.
That seems like how heavy was with those signings. Well, do you reckon Liverpool can?
Here he is, the Champions Wall.
Oh my God!
You think Liverpool can catch you, bro? Can Liverpool catch you with those signings? Are you clear?
It's like you can.
I'm not playing well right now. Give me 2
bro,
seconds.
Just fucking leave the fucking Champions Wall, man.
I know it's fucking up your whole screen. You ain't got a green screen, mate. Just leave it out. Right?
Hey guys, can we all just agree that Arsenal they have a big chance to win the league? I think they will. I think they will win the league. One thing's for sure. Yeah, tell me, Jay.
You want to win? No, you want to win this one. You want to win it.
Yes, because next season it's over for Arsenal, right, Jay?
No,
it's over.
I'm saying you want to be. See, this guy, you're just desperate for me to hate Arsenal. You're desperate.
But you do, Jay. You do hate Arsenal.
I don't. I was gonna say you want to beat Pep. I'd say Arteta, the kind of man that he's come across to be, he will want to beat Pep. Like, yeah, okay. Like none of this. Pep leaves and you win the league next season. He'll want to do it this season. Second, because the thing is that you were second, then you finished second with more points.
This narrative again.
There's only one thing. Like, I mean, if you get over 90 points and you still don't win the league, then I guess you can technically still call it progress. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's almost like, I feel like Arsenal have to win this league. But
the same thing last season and the season before, isn't it?
I didn't. Last season, I thought you could, but I didn't think you really.
So you know what? Yeah, because sorry to cut you, because I hear this a lot. Yeah. So this year we have. What was the word you used? Not we have to win it, but what are you saying?
I feel Arsenal need to.
All right. So just on the words you used, yeah, because this whole rhetoric, I just think is so tired. So if we don't win it, what should happen?
I'm like nothing should happen, but I'm like
okay then, because if it's Arteta, that's nonsense.
I don't know what you can like. To me, I'm just like, I mean, you can. You just
should there be a change?
No, because everybody's like, we need to win it. I heard it so much. We need to win it, but if we don't, we must sack Arteta. That's stupid, though. That more fits your agenda of wanting to set us back instead of letting us. Do you know what I mean? Everybody can see what Arteta's doing. We can all see what
you know.
Yeah, but that's what you lot have to sell. That's what you lot have to tell yourself.
Some teams know more about it than others.
No, but that's what you lot have to tell yourselves to feel.
Because the team, like for example, you'll lose. Jorginho will probably leave.
Who gives a fuck?
You might be coming on show saying, third is.
Yeah, no, I just mean like the squad might not look, maybe like someone like Martinelli might want to go to. I don't know, like people start bidding for your players, things.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck if they don't want to be here? They can go.
That's I get it, man. I get it. Like
this whole we have to win it is just poppycock, because if we don't, what? So what? Arteta shouldn't get sacked because he's been progressive.
I agree with Jay.
That's fine.
I agree.
You hear that? You hear who's agreeing with you, Jay? You hear who's agreeing with you?
I don't like my point anymore.
But I agree with Jay that we have to win something now. We have to, because of the progress that we have shown over the years. However, I also agree with Chinks where the narrative with Arsenal really pisses me off, where it's we have to win. Whilst Mr. Preach there with his Champions role and Mr. Klopp lover, Klopp lost 8 out of 9 seasons, and every season he lost, the narrative wasn't, oh, you have to win it next year, or you have to challenge next year, or you have to do this. The narrative was Klopp is up against an oil state. He cannot compete.
That was in hindsight. No, that was in hindsight. It
wasn't in hindsight. Preach. Klopp was making these fucking excuses every press conference.
When we lost the league by 1 point, we was told we got to win it next season. We won the Champions League. That's what they were saying. So don't tell me nothing, bro. You're lying. I told you about lying. Stop lying. I don't like that, bro. Yeah. When we that's when they were saying it. So you're saying everything in hindsight. You were saying the same thing.
No, it's not in hindsight. Your own coach complained about the money spent by Man City and complained about financial doping.
I agree with Preach. I agree with Preach.
Of course you do too, and of course you do. You support an oil state also. Of course.
He said kiss your ass.
Look, I agree with Preach because they won the Champions League, they won the Premier League, they won multiple FA Cups and League Cups.
Yes,
you guys have won nothing, and your problem is, and we talked about this last show.
Nothing. I think that's a bit rich. We've won something.
Exactly. We talked about this last show. It's partly because Arsenal fans, you guys are saying, not only are some of you saying we're going to win the league, but some of you are saying we can beat Chelsea's record of less goals conceded of 15 goals. We can go and win.
Nobody said this. Nobody
said that.
Nobody said this.
Did you say that, Steph? Because why do we have to suffer this? Why do we have to suffer stupidity? Why do we have to?
Why
do we have to get punished for this?
like that?
Don't act like this. Don't act
you know what? No, hold on, Jay. You know what you're doing.
I agree with. I agree with FaZe though. I agree.
You know when the news wants to make Islam look bad and they get a terrorist in front to say death to Britain, like that's what you're doing, just bringing these stupid opinions to me.
That's a very extreme example.
But it's the same thing. You're bringing idiots. There's idiots everywhere.
It's not the same thing.
No, but you get what I mean.
I do get it.
How am I meant to answer for that? What am I supposed to say, Jay? What can I say to that stupidness as an Arsenal fan? You give me the answer because I'm lost.
No, I agree. I think. When people say you have to, I think people have to say what people are saying on your argument. People say, "Oh, if you don't win it, you got to sack Arteta." I don't agree with that. I don't think one should be connected to the other. But in terms of what Stefan's saying to Liverpool, to Big Preach about Liverpool, I don't think that's true. Liverpool were under pressure. They delivered the Champions League, they did the Premier League. What you guys need to also be ready for is to be able to win FA Cups and League Cups. It's not just the Premier League. There's a higher. You got.
See, this is where I'm furious. The first 5 years and 6 years.
I haven't completed what I was saying. How could you be furious? I haven't.
You know why? Because you just said we won nothing. You just said we won nothing, and then you said we need to win FA Cups and League Cups, which we've won.
I'm saying you've got to be prepared to win those.
No, but a minute ago you said we won nothing, and then now you're saying we need to win FA Cups, what we've already won. No, that's a contradiction.
It's been a while though. It's been a while.
No, but he said we won nothing. Arteta has not won nothing.
That's like a previous conversation.
It's a slip of the tongue. It's a slip of the tongue. You know. Okay.
No, but I'm doing a court of law here. Like, what's going on here?
No, but the reason why I want to attack what Tuna's saying is because it's again disingenuous.
What are you attacking though? I haven't.
No. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because it's Liverpool again. Liverpool in the first 4 and 5 years when they were actually competing for the major honors of the Champions League and the Prem, and they won both of them. Klopp did not give a shit about the FA Cup or the League Cup. He started competing. He started competing in the FA Cup and League Cup when they were shit in the league and they weren't competing in the Champions League.
You better win.
You know this is true, Breach. Don't act like this isn't true. Okay, see, this is what I mean.
These guys are chasing quads. They were chasing quads and proudly they were telling everyone we're chasing the quads.
What quads were they chasing? When did they win the FA Cup and the League Cup? Did they win it the same year as the League?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Did they win any of these cups?
I've already challenged that view in the group.
Yeah. Yes, and you were wrong.
I get what you're saying. It is, it's true what you said, yeah, but there's no importance in it. It's just like me saying you're only second because Liverpool are playing poor for third. There's no power in that. This is what I'm trying to say. The angle is weak, bro.
Whoa.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you're second. No, so Stefan's basically saying, yeah, that because we started playing poor, yeah, Klopp started paying attention to weaker honors.
It's the truth.
No, but he's only saying that because you lot are ignoring his initial point of that. Where was all this pressure for Liverpool that they must do this and the manager must do this and all that? It's not the same. Ours
was worse, yeah. Ours was worse because Klopp came in and said we're going to do it in 3 years. Ours was worse.
How was yours?
Ours was worse because Klopp said we're going to do it in 3 years. Go watch the interview. Don't argue with me, bro.
How was yours worse? The guy was blaming
because he had a date. He had a date. He put a timeline on it.
Arteta. Wait.
I'm not lying.
Last point.
I'm not lying. Can I just ask? Ask the clarification, please. That's what clarification is. Isn't it about
Newcastle a bit? Yeah.
All right, go to.
No. I'm going to talk about Chelsea, to be fair. But before I talk about Chelsea, I just want to get a little. Actually, let me leave that to the end. I won't even talk about that.
But before you ask your question, about Chelsea, can I ask you something, Ash? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I want to ask everybody. You know how in football, you're not allowed to change alliances of what team you support. Like it's. Should you not get a pass as a Chelsea fan, for just saying fuck this now and going somewhere else? Don't you not think that?
So you do like a Brexit,
because the club's in disarray. They got 40 odd players. They're being run like FIFA Football Manager. Like it's actually nonsense.
They're being run like a baseball club. James.
Yeah,
exactly like the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Imagine they got the Argentina guy who sung the racist song came back and he's the captain now, and the guy who bleeds blue has been shipped off to Atletico. Like this is, I don't know what's. They're stripping out the soul. Like this is, everything was wrong.
They need to do AFC Chelsea or something like that.
Yeah, they need MK Don stuff.
CFC
Yeah, they need to do what. Yeah.
I want to talk about Sterling.
Chelsea TV.
I want to talk about Sterling because this is what happened to him.
Yeah, this is kind of true, to be honest.
They're mad to the piss. They didn't even take it. Like, brother, the number's not even on his back. He just ripped it off and give it to Neto. I said, no, they didn't even tell him he was out.
Without even asking him.
I mean, I know it's football. I know it's football, but there's a way. There's a way to kind of do things. Do you guys agree with this?
Why though? Why is there a way?
I just thought like a little bit of respect. I don't know, decorum. Like he's just finding out literally as they're interviewing the man. I don't know.
Chinks. What if that was Saka?
What if that was Saka?
That would have been awful. We would have been completely.
Chinks said, why is there need to be a way? So I'm saying, what if that was Saka? Would you say it had the same energy?
Yeah, but that's nonsensical, though. What do you mean, Saka at where he's at with Sterling?
His club has to be at the same as well.
Say he drops off in form, whatever the case may be. Like the same way as Sterling is at Arsenal. If Saka falls off in form,
fuck off. Yeah, fuck off, man. All this being like players are cunts. They get all the fucking power. They run shit. They get their agents talking all this shit. It's spoiled now. It was club power before, and now it's player power. It needs to be in the middle. Fuck off. We don't want you no more. You're raping the club. You're raping the club. You're taking 300. How much money is he taking?
350.
He's taking the fucking piss. So you get the fuck out of it. What are you talking about?
But Chinks, you gave him this contract, Chinks.
Yeah, but come on, I'm American. I said I wanted to play 4-4-3. You know I don't know what I'm doing, bro. You know I don't know what I'm doing. You're taking advantage of me, and now I've realized that I'm giving you the same treatment. You don't like it.
Where's Jimmy?
No, I'm joking. No, you're right, though. It is out of the ordinary, though, the way they're treating these players. It is a bit harsh. Sorry.
No, but for me, I'm more on it's more like it's I think there's a way to do things, and I agree with Chinks. Players are, prima donnas nowadays. They have all the power, but the way Chelsea are doing it, I honestly think it's gonna reverberate among players, because go read when they first signed Sterling. He was kind of like their Robinho to like the start of their project when Clearlake arrived. They said he was going to be kind of the face of the project and the marquee signing. If every player in Chelsea sees that, and they're like, shit, if I'm on a bit of high wages and maybe I'm underperforming or something, they're going to do the same to me. So it's either going to motivate the players, or players are going to be like, I don't give a shit. I have a contract. Pay me my money. And I think what they did in the media was very wrong, because now every single club knows that Sterling has to leave, knows that they can pretty much get away with everything with Chelsea, because Chelsea want to get rid of him like the most. So I think from a leverage standpoint, in terms of negotiations, I think Chelsea screwed up here. Do I think Sterling has underperformed? Yes, massively. But what people aren't talking about is the third player that they have completely isolated. And I don't know if they've taken his number, but they're trying to sell him. And nobody is saying the reason why they are trying to sell him and he's not training with the group. Nobody is saying. And I think, this is my opinion, not of the channel's opinion, I think it's because...
Don't say it.
Oh, okay.
Who's the player, Steph? Who's the player?
I think Axel Disaster. Is he shit? Yes, he is. But he's still better than Chile. That's for sure. So,
hey, guys, do you think this is mad? Yeah, I know it's kind of segue, but like Sterling is looking at Mudryk, taking his hours. Me, my head is hot. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? My head's on Mars right now, because I'm thinking, how is he? I know Madueke is not on the same side as me, but I'm thinking, I'm fucking Sterling, bro. I used to play with Caleb up front in England.
Yeah, you used to though, bro. But think about it though, yeah. Who gets paid more? Who gets paid more, Sterling or Sterling or Mudryk? Who gets paid?
Sterling gets paid. Sterling is the highest paid player at Chelsea.
So if you've signed millions of players, you're starting to realize shit.
Man. You can't take my
no, but
number.
hold on. But think about it, Jay. Though, I'm.
Well, you can't just dash my number,
no,
bro.
But hold on, though. Listen, I saw somewhere, that the years of contracts they've given out to players adds up to 197 years.
Yeah.
I know,
the closest is like 80 or 90 something years.
No, it's
bro.
Spurs.
They need to straight from they need to start shifting niggas. Niggas need to start getting out of it. Like we're going down the shithole fast.
Bro, you're making sense, but the thing is that like the guy, like 2 days ago, you had a shirt number, you had a squad number. Even if you were leaving, you had a squad number. Now they just took your number. No,
you can't even buy his name.
You're on your way out, but they took your number. And they
streamed at home as well.
IPP contracts are crazy.
And that motherfucker, he played at the weekend, so he had a different number. So they really want you out because he's already got a number.
But Jay, do you remember? Was it 2-3? Speaking of 2-3 days ago, Maresca said he's very important. Today he says, he's just. I like he's a winger, but he's not my type of winger.
He's not my guy. I don't like
yes man. Guys, can we just agree on this? He's kind of like Ange. He's a yes man.
This guy's coming a bit wild.
I think he's a hatchet man. I think
no, guys. He's
being wild.
He's a hatchet man.
Tell me,
bro, he's an absolute bro. He's like
not
that
a
video
man,
game
guys.
Hitman.
He's being told what to do. Do you really think Enzo?
No, I'm saying. I don't disagree. I don't disagree that he does what he's told, but he does it with enthusiasm. Like he's, I don't think he minds. I don't think he's with it. Yeah, like he's with it. Like he's fully. Pochettino. If you remember, Pochettino was protecting Gunnar Gallagher like it was his own son. He said, "We can't sell him. He's got to be here." Maresca's like, on Monday, Sterling's the guy. On Wednesday, he's not the guy. In fact,
you know what, Toon? You know what? I've never been convinced or seen nothing about Maresca guy yet. But what you lot are saying now is making me like him more. Because he's a man that who can get new information.
The same man that made Enzo captain, yeah? Just like that.
This is complete
bullshit. He
don't give a monkey.
No, he don't give a fuck. And you know what it is? He's a man, yeah.
Racist guy captain.
He's a man, yeah.
Yes, and who do you
once he
think
gets new information, he'll change his mind. Because think about it.
100%.
They're saying, listen, I want Sterling, he's good. They're saying, yo, Sterling costs this, and we can't do this because of this guy. He said, what? Get that guy the fuck out of there. Get him the fuck out of there.
Guys, come on. Come on. No, it's not him. The reason why
him, bro.
It's him.
Okay, if it's not him, Stefan, he's delivering this.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, with Vim. Like Jay with Vim.
Give me a chance to tell you why.
No, man, because you're gonna be logical, Steph. We're trying to fuck about.
We just want to joke
about. You're trying to be intellectual, man. Stop spoiling our jokes, man. Fuck it up.
Steph, have you seen those shows where like someone's working for a questionable company, and then you got people that are fighting with their conscience saying, "I can't do this," and then you got some people saying, "Anytime, any day, any hour."
I'm gonna tell you why he's basically saying yes to everything. You're not gonna tell Poch the reason why he left. Poch is
I got
wait, I lost my is the reason why is Poch, if you looked at it as the season progressed, he started going against the board. The first one was playing Conor Gallagher and saying he wants Conor Gallagher to stay. The second one was also reintroducing Trevor Chalobah, who they have been wanting to sell now for 2 years almost, and now have isolated him in order to force him out. So Poch left because it was reported everywhere that Poch wanted a say in transfers and didn't want to sign 12-year-olds from fucking Brazil. So that's another reason. Enzo Maresca has agreed to every single thing that they have done, including you cannot tell me Enzo Maresca can blow smoke up his ass all he wants to. He cannot tell me that he wanted fucking Joao Felix. Okay,
he's fully with it. I tell you.
He can be
fully with it.
He can be bought. You're right. You're right.
And I'll tell you why he's fully with it. He's fully with it because he knows, just like Ange, that he's never going to get a job at a big time club like this.
Yes.
So he needs to agree to everything.
100%.
Smart. That's a smart man for me.
I think that's a smart move.
Like,
No, it's not a smart man. No, it's not, because the team is going to go to shit. The team is going to go to shit.
Well, that's their problem.
That's their
That's
problem.
their problem, though, isn't it?
Can I talk about another signing that they made? Because I want to keep it moving. Felix.
Yeah, but that was only part of the Gallagher thing, though, isn't it? And it's all
that was a joke. That was a fuck. That if I was Conor Gallagher, I would have like what.
Does anyone think João Felix will work better in the 10 or the position that Enzo Fernandez was playing against Man City?
Yeah, I think I think he wants the option of an 8 or a 10 in there. I think João Felix.
But João
I'm not
Felix
saying whether he's be successful, but I think what I'm saying.
Now look good in that little cameo though. I was a bit like,
he did.
All right. Those people
He's a great player, Jay. He's a great player.
I mean, I wasn't. I guess obviously he played off the left as well.
I see João playing more than an 8, so he's got. I see João more playing.
He's not played on the left for a while. He's been playing more on the right. So
I see João Felix
Oh.
doing the same thing that he did at every single club. Start for the first month or two, and then playing his best position.
Neto's for the right, and Madueke is going to get sold.
The water boy.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Do you reckon you've got a chance? Do you reckon you can squeeze him before the end of the window?
Newcastle.
Yeah, we've got a chance. Like, what Newcastle United?
Do you think you're going to sign him?
Does he have a chance? Yes, he's got a chance.
Yes,
to
he's
join
got.
Newcastle
What do you mean?
I love it too.
I like that.
Speak with it too.
Do you think he wants to come down? Madueke.
Well, look, there's a right wing spot that's right there for him.
Jesus Christ, that's another shit signing. Madueke. I've never seen a play. He reminds me. He's like a left-footed Lucas Moura. Runs around.
I tell you what. I bet. I'm not gonna bet. I don't bet.
More than Nelly.
More than Nelly. He gets a higher GA than Nelly this season. Premier League. Stefan, why are you choking? Are you choking?
I think that's disrespectful.
I'm telling you right now.
Where? At Chelsea or at Newcastle? If he moves to Newcastle.
Don't you heard what I said, fam?
He says it doesn't matter where Madueke is.
I've never heard of Bonnet.
I will bet you
at Newcastle United. If he joins Newcastle United, he will get a higher GA. And remember, he's already a game behind Martinelli, by the way. He's still get a higher GA than Martinelli this season.
He's gonna play every game for Newcastle.
My friend, don't give me excuses.
I don't.
You just said Madueke is rubbish.
Excuses. Who do you have on the right wing? You have fucking Almiron.
Jay, what did this man say? Did he just say Madueke is poo? Like there's no. So why is he backtracking all of a sudden?
Poo.
Nah, Madueke is good. He's a decent player. Like
he's good. He's good as a person. Yeah.
Okay. But you don't
I personally ain't seen much of him, but what I've seen from him ain't nothing good.
All right.
So.
He's gonna get if he plays for Newcastle United. If he joins Newcastle
United,
to be
fair, when I see him play, he bangs goals outside the box. Against
where have you seen him bang goal? He scored like how many goals did he score last year?
Well, you haven't seen him score top bins before.
Top bins
outside the box.
No, but Eddie and Ketty have scored top bins.
Yeah,
Hey.
Speaking of Eddie, 30 million, hopefully. Oh my God, that would be amazing. What a steal.
That's good business. Million. All that talk about Edu and all that shit.
Yeah, Edu shit. He should have accepted 27 million euros from Marseille.
So you got 3 million more. Is that what you're happy about?
No, we got almost 10 million more.
Sorry, we're not like you, fucking rich bastard.
Your Instacart money sold.
Yeah, man. But everyone's talking about this Palmer round 2. Like, does anyone think Palmer can outdo Saka next season, or is that a myth?
I think Palmer's going to fade into darkness.
Lads, that's me. I'm tired of this nonsense.
I'm done. I'm out.
I'm tired of this shit. And that's Mr. Box Office, and I'm done. Over to you, Ash.
I took him serious. I was like, oh my word.
Would anyone take Sterling though? Randomly, would anyone take Sterling?
No. How much does he cost?
No, well, wages. Forget the wages. Forget the wages.
On a loan. On a loan.
Yeah.
When was the last time Sterling was good?
They said he's out. They said he's out, so I don't think they can loan him.
No, but when was the last time he was good?
2 years ago, before he moved to Chelsea, like most of the players there.
Let me see his numbers last season, and I can tell you. Last season,
how many did he score last year?
He got a total of 8 goals in 22 starts.
Only 22 starts? Jeez.
Yeah, and 4 assists, so 12 goals GA.
That's still more. That's still more than Madueke, eh, Toon?
You're too scared. You're too scared to put. Just
I told you if he stays at Chelsea, I'll bet on you. But if he goes to Newcastle, that's bullshit, dude. And you know it. He's gonna play every game. He's gonna play every game.
But he's rubbish though. What does it matter?
Because Martinelli won't play every game for Arsenal. He's got Trossard, while Nani Madueke is fucking Almiron.
He's got Jacob Murphy. You would have Jacob Murphy.
Yeah, Jacob Murphy, world class, another world
Stefan,
class.
You're so scared. Why are you scared, though? Why are you scared? All right, all competitions.
Are you serious? Are you seriously comparing Jacob Murphy? Do you really think Jacob?
Hey,
Murphy
that face! I'll never forget that face, boy. Jacob Murphy.
Stefan, don't change the subject, man. You said Madueke ain't nothing. What does it matter how many games he plays?
What do you mean? What does it? He has more opportunities to score.
But if he's rubbish, what does that matter?
How about you guys? What did you not think of the City versus Chelsea game? Do you think that Chelsea got busted over, or do you think it was easy runnings for City? I think Chelsea were all right. I thought Chelsea were all right. I just think
they were made all right because I think Man City took it easy on them. I think Chelsea did play well. They played like as best they could, but their best to Man City's second gear was what it was. Like you could just see that it was a walk in the park, really, for Man City. They were only going to go as high as Chelsea were going to go. So it looks close. It looks close because you're watching a team that's in its second gear playing against a team that's fighting for fourth gear to get into the game. But it wasn't. It wasn't really close at all.
I just want to point out, because I just want to compliment Jay on he pointed out something in the game. He said Nicholas Jackson before the game, quality player. If you watch that game, you came out of that game thinking,
wow,
Nicholas Jackson, what a player. Some of his finishing and decision making in the final third, just incredible. This guy, Chelsea should have scored at least one goal, at least in my opinion, if it wasn't for Nicholas Jackson. And I just think if Chelsea are serious,
he talks nonsense. He talks nonsense when I'm not here, doesn't he?
You're here, Jay. You're here. You just switched off your camera.
Like when you let kids run the nursery. Didn't say this when I was on the stream.
I'm still here, Jay. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Don't see me. I'm on to you, Stefan. I chest like Popeye.
No,
when
I was just
here. All right, go on. What are you saying?
I was complimenting your Diamond Eye scouting by saying Nicholas Jackson. You were so right about him. After watching the Chelsea Man City game, he was tremendous. Goes into the box, plays like a ballerina, and shoots like one too.
What
Clearly must have been speaking highly of him.
Jackson, that had you talking petty on my name when I wasn't even here to defend myself. What did I say? I bet you can't even recall it. What did I say, Stefan? Go on, verbatim. What did I say?
In the WhatsApp group, you were saying that he's a really good player.
What did I say? Word for word. What did I specifically say?
You were saying that his hold up play was good and that he's actually a really good player. And I was like, what have you watched?
I didn't say. I said he's a pretty good player. I think he's a decent player. He certainly wasn't warranting you talking spicy. I'm on to you, Stefan. That's a yellow card. No more of that.
Spicy? Did you watch him in the game, Jay? Did you watch his?
Now you want to have a conversation with me?
Ask Jay who thinks actual poor player. Who's an actual poor player?
Because everyone's good, decent, isn't it?
I'm not here, guys. I switched off my camera.
Who do you think's a poor player?
Who? From Chelsea?
No,
in general.
like Jay, who would be the standard of a poor player?
He's thinking of Arsenal players.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well, you want to understand? Okay, who I think a poor player is.
Who's shit, Jay? Who would you say this guy is shit? Come on, there's plenty.
I'm trying to think.
Calvin Bassey.
Let him answer.
I understand why you say so much.
I actually never say anything. This is actually very, very difficult for me.
Struggling.
I don't even know what to tell you.
Foden at the Euros.
We don't really need
Foden at the Euros was.
Jay, have you never watched the player and thought this guy's out of his depth?
I've thought players are out of form.
Come on, Maguire's not a poor player.
This is it. I know Jay's got a good heart, man.
Yeah,
he really does. I respect you.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because some of the like
Harry Winks, Oliver Skill.
He's got qualities, hasn't he? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Vieira.
El Neni's poor.
Oh man, it's tough out here. I'll just have to go with
Sean Longstaff.
Oh my days.
Yeah, maybe
Anthony. What about Anthony?
Oh, Anthony.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Yeah. You know what's funny? Yeah, and this just has to be a quirk of fate. I went to United v Spurs when United beat us 2-0, and Anthony probably had the best game he's ever played for Man United in that specific game. And I was watching him from like 10 meters away, and I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. So actually, no, I can't even say Anthony. Unfortunately, no.
There's bound to be one player.
They might have been shit. That doesn't mean they're shit overall, but they've been playing shit. It's more like that.
What about Mudryk? Do you rate Mudryk?
Mudryk's been terrible.
I think
you know what? I think there's a good player in there.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
All right, Chinks. All right. Oh, you know what? Chinks, go on. If it's so easy, just say a player that's shit. Like, I can do
this. I can do 5 players.
If you're not an asshole, Stefan, shut up. You can name 1,000 players.
No, I can name you 5. I can name you 5 where I'm not biased. You're just
25.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, this might be a
might
be a bad take.
I can name you 5 players.
No, but Chinks, we're saying shit. Not.
Okay, I'll name you from the performance.
Man said my name, and Steph's still dying to answer the question. This might be a mad take, yeah, and I probably none of you lot could agree with me, and it probably supports my statement. Yeah, I think Sterling's shit.
Who?
I think Sterling's shit.
What shit?
Really? No, come on. He's not shit. He's not shit.
Well, as it stands, or
no, even at City, I just think he's shit.
Is it? Is score rate?
Wow.
Amount of goals
I know, but anybody could score in that City team.
But Chinks,
probably my bias. My bias.
See, he's a systems
don't rate him at Liverpool.
He's a systems player then.
But Chinks,
I rated him at Liverpool though. But if I'm not gonna say he's a shit player though. I'm not gonna say he's shit.
Come on,
I say Maguire and Anthony have been shit. That's my 2. I could say. Maguire and Anthony.
Yeah, but Maguire for England.
He's
but you know what it is. You know what I'm doing though. You're a professional, yeah, and I know you can play. You can defend small spaces because you play in the back 3. You only have to defend this little box, which is fucking. I can do that, but like. For the level you're at and the things that you can't do is diabolical. Like that's why I think you're shit.
Guys,
you get what I mean? Because
I would be like, I'd hold it to this standard, and I'll let you go in the second step. It's like you wouldn't have an issue saying it to the player's face. Yeah,
I would.
Oh my God,
stop
yeah. So to me, that's the level.
You're trying to twist it. I see.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm an honest man. I'm an honest man.
You know what it is now, Stefan. See, when you address
I'm an honest man, and I don't like to write stuff.
Jay, he's not your family, man. He's not your friend. You were just commenting.
Listen, it doesn't matter. All from now on, yeah. what you got to realize is good just means the average player in it. His skill doesn't
Yeah.
go below good.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
like good, top player, top quality, elite.
Yeah,
like,
that's
but
what
he
you're
doesn't
saying.
go below good. So good just means just the average player in it. Like,
Yeah,
remember,
but
we
this
ain't
is it.
professionals,
Okay,
so they're
so,
better
yeah,
than
but
us.
you tell me who's shit then. You tell me who's shit.
I kind of agree. No, but I kind of agree with you in a way. Like, I'm like, I don't want to say you're shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I would say
no,
it's
but only
difficult.
because I'm dead in it. I'm dead at football,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't use those words.
It feels rude.
It's relative, isn't it?
Guys,
Yeah,
you're so
like,
nice. What is this? What is this niceness?
This is what happens when you have a soul, Stefan.
Oh my god. They get paid fucking 200K a week.
But
okay, then let's just abuse them, you bastards.
Stefan, you got to remember, rubbish in the Premiership, yeah, but you could be good in
Bro,
the Championship.
rubbish in the
Guys,
Premiership.
I am this is the worst argument. I am comparing by saying he's shit. I'm saying he looks out of his depth in the Premier League. I'm not saying if we take him to League One, he'll be amazing for sure. But what I'm saying is,
but that's why you have to change your wording, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
A guy,
Shit is too harsh.
Okay, let me say this in a PC way. By shit in PC, I mean he's out of his depth in the Premier League.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah,
okay, so I'm gonna name you 5 players that are out of their depth.
Man didn't even. You could just do one. Go on.
Okay, go on, Steph. I want it. No, do 5. I want to see.
Do
5.
Stefan.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Number 1, Calvin Bassey, one of the worst defenders I've watched in the last 2. Every time I watch this guy, he is a walking calamity. Makes mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Absolutely horrendous. Horrendous player. Out of his not shit, out of his depth on a Premier League.
No, but that's what makes him shit because he's out of his depth, is what I'm saying. So I think I agree with you.
I do actually have one now.
Okay, second player. I promise no Spurs fans. Benoit Badiashile. Absolutely the worst defender I have ever watched play for Chelsea. He has been, and Toon, as a Newcastle fan, can attest to this because he's been Newcastle's man of the match every time they have played them and they have beaten them. So he's been their best player, their most creative player, Badiashile, just giving them goals and creating chances.
Van der Ven comes close.
Who? Oh, Van der Ven. Okay. Third player that I have seen that has looked absolutely out of his depth. This is actually harder than I thought. Those two are etched in my mind. Calvin Bassey.
Funny.
Like you had a whole 5.
A team, didn't we? We all sat down. We did a team of the worst 11. I swear we did that.
We did
the worst 11. But now it's like we're struggling. Like, think back to last season. Who was the player?
I would say Calvin Phillips is the only player.
Oh my God, Calvin Phillips. Yes,
Calvin Phillips is the only one where I was like, this guy, this brother's forgotten how to play football.
Yeah,
like, I was actually watching him and it was painful.
It was.
That's the one. I would say Calvin Phillips last season was shit.
Calvin Phillips.
I would say shit. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think if I went to him and I was like, Calvin, you were shit last season, he'd be like, I know.
Jay, you won't do it.
Honestly, guys, I
wouldn't go to him. I'd be like, last season wasn't your best. How are you gonna get back on track, mate?
I'm gonna
add a fourth, but this is a bit controversial and debatable. Every time I've watched him, the guy can't pass the ball 2 yards. Thomas Souček, absolutely, he plays better with his head. He plays better with his head than he plays with his feet.
You know, Stefan, you've been how do I say it? Spoiled by good football for the last couple of years. You don't.
No, I haven't. Dude, we were shit 4 or 5 years ago. We were shit.
Nah, you don't know the struggle. So, like, for me, when I hear Souček, I'm like, he's not bad. But
what did you say? Souček was bad? Who said he was bad?
Stefan. Stefan's like,
I think he's poor, Chicks. I think he's poor. Okay. Every time I've watched him, he's horrendous. On the ball.
Okay.
Go on to.
No, just like that's for me. That's the type of midfielder you want when you're back against the wall. When you don't play in a ball possession team, that's a high pressing team. That's the type of player. I think you got to think. I think maybe you're thinking of in an Arsenal system or a system where it's high pressing. You got to be on the ball. You got to be progressive. Yeah, those guys don't work. But in a West Ham and a team that's fighting for its life, for instance, where it's got it's more counter attacking. You got a bit of legs. You know what I mean? So.
That's a dirty word.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. It's a bit harsh. My fifth player, This is actually quite hard. Jay is right. Jay is right. It's hard. But I think
thank you. It's hard.
It's hard. Like to say somebody looks to say.
Madueke, you said Madueke. You said Madueke, innit?
It's a Madueke show.
No, he's not. He's not. You can see he has talent. He's not shit.
He is hard to say so much shit.
Who his name
has talent.
Is
undeniably zero IQ with that talent in terms of the way he plays. He just runs into endless alleys, but loses the ball. But you can see he has talent. If maybe Eddie Howe can coach him.
Does anyone think Werner shit or not?
Actually, he scored quite a bit.
He just lacks the same
IQ also. His football IQ is terrible.
No, it's not. It's not. He just lacks. He lacks confidence, man.
Do you think it sounds so mad to him? Do you think he's just mad unlucky?
No, I don't think he believes. Like he doesn't even believe in himself anymore. Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm not saying that.
Oh my God, guys! I forgot number 5, Joe Gomez. Yes. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about it. I forgot about Joe Gomez.
He might be out of depth, bro. The trophies around his neck, he's stinking. He's stinking with them trophies. He's dropping to the bottom of the ocean. It's like them trophies are like rocks tied to his feet. He's way out of his depth. Just saying that you just messed up your first 4, bruv. Just by saying that. Oh, you can't even believe you now, your first 4. Just for that alone.
Guys, before we end, I wanted to get a few predictions of the season. Sorry, of the games coming up. So Arsenal.
My prediction was right 2-0 as well, by the way.
Hold on.
Are you keeping track, Ash? Are you keeping the scores? Are you keeping track of the scores?
No.
Is everyone in the
I just want
team as well?
Yeah, you
I need to join that. I need to join.
Yeah, bro.
At least do it before week 2.
That's the league. But yeah, what are your predictions for Arsenal? No, so Aston Villa versus Arsenal, because Aston Villa are at home, right?
We're gonna do them. What's the
score?
I'm gonna go for 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 from Stefan. What about you in the comments? 2-1. Two tactics.
I'll go last. I'm still thinking on that one. I'll go last.
Preach. Villa versus Arsenal. Score, draw. They're going to drop points. Jay?
4-1 Villa.
No, he's been sometimes.
Tricky one.
Like he's honest.
He doesn't want to say it.
No, because the thing is, if I say Arsenal lose, you're gonna be like, oh, what act of woe is me? What act of God has to happen to Arsenal lose? You know what I mean? I'm like, you can't predict Arsenal what's around Stefan.
Logically,
let's go.
Forget about everything.
Maybe like 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, like something like that. Maybe Villa have got something for them.
Cool. 2.
Okay, so I didn't see the Arsenal game fully, so highlights, but I saw the Aston Villa West Ham game.
West Ham were unlucky, very unlucky.
They were unlucky. I think
they were unlucky-ish.
They were unlucky-ish.
He Thomas Suchek, the great
Villa
player,
was...
his miss.
You see, I think,
you gotcha.
But I think Arsenal exhibited the level of control. I'm gonna go for 1-1.
Lads, I'll be real. I can't call it because I thought Villa, their front line was a bit off. Apart from Kudos for me is a menace.
You mean West Ham?
West Ham.
Such a good player.
But for Aston Villa, Watkins let me down. Bailey let me down. Like they need to step up, man. They need to show something. And a lot of
Bailey,
people.
Ash White, Bailey was good. I think that's a bit. I watched.
No, man, I just didn't see enough from what I expected from Villa compared to what I saw last season. I just thought there was going to be a lot more something about them. Onana obviously got the goal.
He wasn't. Onana. Everybody said he played a good game. I watched the game. He really, apart from the goal, he didn't.
No. But I'm just saying he got the goal. I'm saying he had a great game. I said he got the goal. He made a debut. Tillemans was playing alongside him, trying to pull the string. I thought he was better. I just can't call it. But I just think maybe Arsenal got the clinical edge. So I think you guys will get the job done. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
I'm telling you, we're starting this season how we ended the last. Minimal
If
transfers in, same team, and we're blitzing them. We're going to get 13 points out of these first 5 games.
Look at Chinks. Chinks talking. I love it, Chinks. That's how
you know what it is. And I want one of them Villa games. It was. I hate this conspiracy against us because you remember one of them Villa games.
They fucked us over. The refs.
Arteta weren't allowed on the touchline as well, and I think that plays a big part.
That remember,
I can't remember which one it was.
No, that was home. That was home, Chinks.
Was it home?
The last game, yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't. We didn't get screwed in the first game away that we lost. The 1-0. We were super. We completely outplayed them. We should have won that game, but we missed the chances, and we had a goal disallowed that I thought was really, really like unlucky. On another day, it could have been allowed. At home, we should have been 2-3-0 up in the first half. We weren't, and then in the second half, they played better than us and won deservingly. So we definitely there is motivation for this Arsenal team to go and beat Villa because just played the last 2 games against them, we lost both. So. If I'm Arteta, that's how I'm gonna motivate the players.
Yeah, I hear it. What do you guys think about the Spurs game versus Everton? Spurs are at home, obviously, and we come off back of a draw, which felt like a defeat in my opinion. What do you think the result will be this time? And Chinks, what do you think?
You might scrape it. You might scrape it or a draw.
Scrapers.
You might scrape it or a draw.
Oh,
Dyche ain't having it. Dyche and Ange have him up. That's
the corners, the set pieces, yeah.
Yeah, man.
What's this into the box? Romero
set pieces. Are you lot are fucked? If they get set pieces, you lot are fucked.
That's what they're gonna go.
I might go for it. I might go for Everton win now.
Everton win, yes. So you're saying Everton win?
No, Everton won't win. Come on,
Steph.
I'm gonna go. I watched you guys collapse against Leicester, and if Everton score first,
sorry. Before you, can I ask?
I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for a really sweaty 2-1 win.
Yeah, it's gonna be a scrape.
For Spurs.
So you see,
Spurs.
You see how you said collapsed, Steph? Because I didn't actually watch the Spurs game, I wanted to fit my narrative, that you see that style of gung ho, high line, push.
No, it doesn't work.
It's not sustainable.
It's not,
and that's why they fell away to the end of the season. And I think it's starting to happen in games now as well. So did they like hit a wall? And
basically, it was against the run of play. It was against the run of play, and then they had a chance. They took their chance, and then the crowd just went wild. And then after that, Spurs just got like nervous, missed passing places.
Leicester were on you. You guys looked shell shocked for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it was, and we looked sheepish as well. So all the main guys, your Sons, your Madisons, and all that,
all of the
they started to hide a bit. And you know what it gets like? You know, like a certain stadium when the crowd gets rocking, like King Power, everyone's behind them. Like that's what happened. And then they started pressing our centre backs. They started pressing the midfield, less time on the ball, and it's looked a lot shaky. But what I'm saying is, we're at home in front of our crowds, and we are going to do the highlight thing, I reckon. Will that change things? And I'll ask Stefan, you said your result already. So what do you reckon?
2-1 Spurs. 2-1 Spurs, but it's going to be really sweaty. Yeah.
Cool. 2?
I think Tottenham win 4-0.
Oh my God.
I watched the Brighton game, and they did really well in terms of how they stretched Everton. There might be a difference because Everton played at home and they might be a bit more conservative at Tottenham, so I might get it wrong that way. But
also, I think they had a man sent off in Ashley Young, their right back.
Yeah, wasn't that? When was that? Was that second half?
That's a positive for Everton. That he missed the next game.
They were already losing. Were they already losing? They were already losing. Down. They were already 2-0 down. I think the way you guys stretch the play and move the ball quickly, it could be all wrong for them. But the problem is, it's always that mentality with you guys that I'm unsure about. But I'll say 4-1 Spurs.
Cool, 4-1 Spurs.
4-1 Spurs.
Let's go to Preach. You said.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately for the Saks group, we're going to see handball at its best. I think Everton's just deflated. Like, I think they're deflated and against
the team. Play him,
Yeah, that pressure, I just think they're gonna crumble in it. So I feel like they're gonna maybe win like 2-0, 3-1, but like end the game on a high kind of thing.
Cool.
But like,
Jay, you still there?
Yeah.
What's your prediction versus Newcastle?
Everton.
I mean Everton.
You guys got Newcastle. You guys got Newcastle on the brain. Seriously.
No, Everton. I'm gonna go. It's 3-1 or 3-0, but I'll go with the clean sheet. 3-0.
She's a clean sheet.
Everybody's so. I'm really surprised by this because Everton gave you really good
2-1.
games.
I watched Everton versus Brighton. Brighton was slicing them up, you know.
Brighton's good though, man.
That's not true. Go watch the highlights.
They've got good wingers. I think that's the difference. They've got
guys. They really weren't. They really weren't.
Everything's about confidence right now, man.
It is about confidence. I think Spurs get the job done, and I think it will be. It depends. Like if we take our chances, we can pump them. But we've got. I think Angie's going to get into them, so I'm thinking like a 3-1.
And you see what you said there, Ash. Yeah.
The only thing that worries me is that they're the tallest team in the Premier League, and they just
signed.
I
think we'll concede.
They just signed a guy from Lyon who's Irish, 2 meters. He's like Sean Dyche's wet dream, and he's a center back. So he's gonna score from a corner.
But do you reckon he will come in straight away though? How long?
I don't know, but he's the way they play Everton. They're gonna practice set pieces. I'm sure they've watched the Bayern game. I'm sure they've watched that. So every set piece, if I'm Everton, it's a simple just play it to the far post, overload the far post, and you get a chance. That's the only thing that worries me. I don't think Everton are good enough to beat you. Let's see. I mean, because the last 2 games, they really. I remember the win when you beat them. I think it was 3-2 at home. I thought Everton outplayed you that game. They had so many chances in that game.
I thought so. What's that guy that's linked to Man United? That plays for Everton. The kid.
Braithwaite. No, he's not playing. He's
exactly. He's missing. And I thought he was exceptional against us. And so was Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil and him, those 2 players there. Dwight McNeil's playing, but I think them missing him in defense is going to be a massive miss, in my opinion. But yeah, we move, man. We move. That's predictions. Let's talk about Newcastle quick before we get to Liverpool.
Who are they playing?
Newcastle have Bournemouth.
At Bournemouth.
Let's start with that too.
Always hate to do predictions before I look at teams. I think Newcastle will. I hate doing this predictions, man. I'm gonna go for a Newcastle win. I'm gonna go for
you got it right, Southampton. So
I did. I predicted 3-0 last time though. I'll give it a 1. I'll give it a 1-0, but yeah, I'll give it a 1-0.
Cool. Chinks.
And anyone else heard it on my head?
Yeah, I heard it as well.
Same.
Bournemouth. Didn't Eddie Howe manage them?
They did, yeah.
They've just lost Lanky. They're gonna have some fire in their belly.
Yeah, but they just signed a better player than Solanke.
True, they did.
Who?
Evan Nielsen from Porto.
Yeah, him.
Is he better than Solanke?
In my opinion, from what I've watched, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Solanke's got 21.
Bro, who's talking to Darth Vader?
I think it's got to be Jay, isn't it?
Jay. No, guys, Jay switched off his camera, so he's not there anymore.
No, but the audio.
The audio must be there. Yeah, he's trying to do up a bird. Let's hear this.
Yeah.
He's lotioning. But Newcastle at the seaside. I think the weather's going to be good, so I'm going to go for a draw.
Nice. I like that. Steph?
I'm going to go for Newcastle. Don't do well away to Bournemouth from what I remember. Last season, I think they lost 3-0, right, too?
3-1, I think.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
They gashed you up, I remember, last year.
What happened when you guys came to St. James Park again?
Yeah, well, what happened was the ref. That's what happened.
The ref.
Okay.
That was emotional. Sorry.
Yes,
who was you talking to?
I'm going to go for 2-1 Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth will win this game.
Who else hasn't gone? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Preach, what you reckon?
Preach.
Yeah, I don't have faith in Newcastle's away form, so I agree with Stefan as well.
One game a week, Newcastle. I'm looking to see a better performance from Gordon and Isak as well. I think they should be the difference. So I'm gonna go.
He doesn't even want to be there though.
Who?
He wants to be at Pool, yeah.
Gordon. Yeah.
So does Zimmermendi, bro.
Of course he does. Free my
I can't wait to
see. You like holding him captive, bro.
I can't wait to see Isaac in an Arsenal shirt, man. That's gonna complete everything, boy.
Do you know what?
It was JL. Now it's cleared up.
If Jota gets injured before January, we'll go for him in January.
When Liverpool say they're gonna go for it, I'm so not worried about it. It's insane, bro. Like,
He needs top football, bro. He's gonna go soon, guys.
Well, he's gonna go to Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah,
that's where you find trophies, isn't it? I thought he was being logical.
Yeah. It's only logical. He wants to be coached by Lex Luthor, so yeah, it's
no Kurt Angle. It was Kurt Angle.
Did you see him pose for that photo?
I swear Kurt Angle used to walk around with a medal around his neck, innit?
He did it.
That's your parents' cable bill paying off, boy. That one, boy.
Olympic champion of the world.
I'm gonna go for a Newcastle win, 2-1. F it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Next one, Liverpool. Liverpool have Brentford. Ooh, Brentford.
It's at Anfield.
Well, at Anfield. Okay, so wrap. Liverpool win that. Sorry. Liverpool win that for me.
Yeah.
Liverpool win. Maybe 2 or 3-0. 3-0. I'm gonna go 3-0. Liverpool at Anfield.
I don't know. I don't see it being such.
I'm gonna go for a more difficult. I'm gonna go for a
difficult win.
I'm gonna 2-1 win. I think Brentford are a really savvy team. They have a really good coach. Because everybody said they would get trounced by Palace. I watched the game. They completely outplayed Palace.
Yeah, they did play well. Well, it's a Liverpool, but yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. It's not gonna be as easy.
Cheeks?
Yeah, I'm on this. I don't think it'll be an easy win for Liverpool.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why. So
same score.
Maybe Brentford gonna score. Just to not be the same, I say 2-0. Right, but it's not going to be a breeze 2-0. It will be like a goal here, then it's teetering on a knife edge, and then they just get the other one and put it to bed.
Cool. 2?
2-1 Liverpool.
And finally, Preach.
Yeah, I'll say 2-0. I think it's going to be like a nice match first half. And then second half. But I think different from kind of like what FaZe says, but I think it will be like in quick succession. You get me? Like when we're like on top of the game, we'll score kind of thing. But yeah, I think something like a 2-0 as well. Very confident.
Cool. Callum in the comments just asked who will win Palace West Ham. I was going to do United next, but let's get through this one. I don't mind this question. Anyone want to
big up Callum?
Say that again.
It's Palace versus West Ham. Saturday, 3:00 kickoff.
Selhurst.
At Selhurst. Itself.
Palace.
Yeah, Palace.
Palace,
For me,
right? Guess West
for
Ham.
me, yeah, 2-1 Palace for me. Actually, no, 3-1 Palace.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm thinking something like 3-2. It's gonna be an exciting game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I want to watch that.
Ezzy better be on that score sheet. I need those points.
Did anyone see him waving to the fans? Is that myth?
What in a way like what goodbye?
You're reaching.
That's what I heard. No, I ain't reaching. That's what I heard. I just
He's not coming to Spurs.
It's not happening. We're not doing that, bro.
You're doing a big preach, man. You're doing a big preach to Anthony Gordon. You're reaching, bro.
It ain't happening. I ain't going there, bro. I'm done with it.
He's a Liverpool boy. It's not a reach. He's one of us, not one of you.
How is he a Liverpool? He's an Arsenal fan. Can you stop talking? He's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, but he's one.
Eze.
No, it's about Gordon.
What about Gordon?
Oh, Gordon. Oh, sorry. I thought you guys were talking about Eze.
No, Gordon. No, you went to Gordon quick, innit? But all right, cool. So score predictions, anyone?
I think West Ham win 3-0.
Oh,
what? At Selhurst Park?
I think Palace got found out against Brentford. It was very interesting tactically how that worked out.
But they were away.
They got found. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think they got found out. That press got found out a bit, and I think West Ham can punish them even more. If West Ham are West Ham, I think they can punish them even more. The players they got up front.
Yeah, especially playing Suchek.
Yeah, exactly. Bo and Kudos. Mateta's got some contract dispute with them as well, so is his head even in the game? I think 3-0 West Ham.
I hear it, man. I hear it. I'm gonna go for a draw, man. Desmond 2-2. That's what I'm going to. Yeah. So I want to talk about Man U. They're going to the Amex. Early kickoff.
No, this is.
Why are you echoing? Why are you echoing? Has someone got YouTube on?
No, not me.
Not me.
Okay.
Let me mute everyone. I'll figure it out. Hold on. Yeah, it's definitely Chinks. His face.
Brighton, Man United. It's either gonna go. It's either gonna go two ways. It's either Brighton are gonna absolutely hammer them and destroy them 2-3-0, I think, or Brighton are gonna hammer them and destroy them, and Man United are gonna get a last-minute penalty and win 1-0.
Where's Yoms when you need him, man? Damn.
Yeah, no, Yoms is gonna predict a 4-0 victory with a beautiful style of play. Ten Hag ball. I'm gonna go for. There's gonna be goals. I'm gonna go for a 3-2 win for Brighton.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Brighton are gonna do them up, man.
Yeah.
Brighton are gonna.
Adingra.
I see this being a 2, maybe 3-0.
By the way, Brighton. I just want to point out Brighton are my top 4 shout this season. They're gonna make the top 4 in my opinion.
Mine too.
I'll put a bet on it. I'll put a bet.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Villa are gonna drop off, man. Stop
giving
Emery. Stop freaking Emery some fucking
their
Messiah,
transfer
bro.
window. Their transfer window for me is a 10 out of 10 right now. Like it's been absolute. The players that they're recruiting for me, I absolutely love. Top.
And I think 5 of their players have get like 5 take-ons a game or something like that.
Yeah.
Adingra. That new signing. Minta.
Yeah,
that new signing for me is gonna win Young Player of the Year. Minta looks absolutely just amazing.
Yeah, he was rapping for PSV, innit?
Yeah, he was.
Newcastle's forward. Is our player? Is our forward player?
No more.
I think Brighton. I think Brighton beat them 3-1. I think Brighton do beat them 3-1. I think they struggled. Man United struggled against Fulham, but unlike Fulham, Brighton can be clinical and they're just annoyingly good in possession. And their wing play was phenomenal against who was it? Was it Everton? That's Everton.
Everton.
Yeah. Cool.
Not only in the chat, people are saying Mats Wiffer, another player that was linked to Borussia Dortmund, Milan, Liverpool. Liverpool really liked Mats Wiffer, but so they've signed some, like, even the fullback that they're trying to sign, Karagioglu. He was linked with Arsenal, with Dortmund. You watch him at the Euros. He looks really good. I mean, they have a really good squad coming up.
Preach. Score prediction, man.
It's more of a hope as well. I think like a 2-1 to Brighton.
Yeah, mine's hopium too. Still, I can't lie. I think they can do it, man.
Yeah, they're a better team, bro. Brighton are a better team than Man
United. They can beat Man United. They've beaten Man United plenty over the years. Yeah, exactly. They've destroyed them.
With Ten Hag in their team as well. I mean, as manager. So. I remember he was the reason why Ten Hag changed the system. He was like, "Oh my lord, I can't do what I want to do here. I can't do export."
I remember, was the last season they went to Old Trafford and they and they went 3-0 up. They absolutely took the piss out of Man United at Old Trafford. Do you remember some of the goals they scored? It was ridiculous.
It's true still.
All right, guys, I'm not gonna do Man City Ipswich. I'm gonna bother with that. But Wolves versus Chelsea. Wolves, Molineux, Wolves versus Chelsea.
Ooh. Sheesh.
A couple players will be around for that. Neto and Cole will be around for that. What's your predictions, guys? And I'll start with you, Chinks.
Wolves.
Wolves.
Yeah. Wolves. 2-0. 2-0. Wolves. 2-0 to Wolves. 2-0 to Wolves.
She just turned into a werewolf.
Wolves have a really good record against Chelsea. I don't know if you guys have checked. Really good record.
Did they win against them at home? No,
win. They were 4-1 up. They went 4-1 up against Chelsea.
But they lost the Molineux though to Chelsea as well.
No, it finished 1-1. I think
So they drew extra points, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 1-1.
Yeah,
so they rarely beat Wolves. So I'm gonna go for a 1-0 win for Wolves because both teams can't score.
Damn. 2.
I want to say Wolves just because of the bad press that Chelsea have got recently. It's so difficult to know what Chelsea's going to turn up. He had a decent game against Man City, but at the same time, Wolves, Arsenal are just better, so it's difficult to judge Wolves. I'm going to go for a 1-1.
Breach?
Yeah, I agree with Toon as well. I'm going for a 1-1.
Yeah, I was going for a 1-1, but I'm going to be spicy and say 2-1 to Brighton.
To Wolves.
2-1.
To Wolves.
I mean to Wolves, sorry. Wolves. Got Brighton on the brain, boy. Yeah. And on that note, we're going to end the show, man. Guys, big up yourselves. Big up everyone in the chat, making the show where it was. Big up Donna Cullen for those super chats.
Yeah, man.
The show. Hold tight, Donna.
Thank you, Donna. And you're welcome, Ash. Thank you, Donna. Thank you.
I'll slip the DM to Steph later, innit? So yeah, cool. But yeah, guys, please make sure on the way out you like, share, and you subscribe. And guys, you got any plugs before I leave it as well?
Yeah. Oh, go on, Chinks.
Click the link in my bio. I got these brand new Diamante sequin butt plugs. That's it.
That was
sorry.
And boy, how can I follow that up?
Yeah.
Toon Tactics TV. You can find me on YouTube, TikTok. I did the live stream today. Did a review for Newcastle's game and the transfers that are coming up. Do look out for that. And I've got a match preview for the Bournemouth game on Friday. Do look out for it, guys.
Cool.
Yeah, big up Toon on these shows still.
Hey, sorry, before we go, I big up Callum for that £2 there, because that means that that £2 is worth more than all them XP points Donna was given, because I don't know what fucking currency that was. So big up Callum, because we've earned more money than Steph, us as a consortium. So big up Callum.
Yes, big up Callum, man. Big up Callum for that one. Love for that. Love for that. Yeah. Anyone else? Any final words? Anything else to say?
No, man. We got the
Cool.
show. We got the gang, the chat. We're here, man.
Yeah,
All right.
I just want to give props. You guys can also, if anybody's interested in the show, we have on the channel Tottenham way tomorrow. We have North London is ours. It's a show, so if anybody's bored, wants to laugh, come and watch us. It's just me.
Stephen, when am I gonna get the invite? We're gonna have our face-to-face battle, bro.
I need to preach. I need to start a channel, man. But I'll be honest. I cannot be fucked. I'm
Yeah, same, bro. I wanted to start.
I cannot be like. I really respect Ash and all the guys in June that have a channel. I just don't have the time and stuff. And so yeah, I would love to though. Maybe we can do like a podcast once a week. Why Joe Gomez is shit?
It could help
clickbait, innit? Clickbait. I get
it. What time is it where you are, Steph?
It's 2 a.m. guys. So yeah, it's
big
quite
up,
late.
man. Big up, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, respect for that for real.
This is
thanks for coming, man. But yeah, guys,
thanks for having me.
No, I'm gonna end the stream on that, man. Guys, next week we're here. As always, man. Come on, you Spurs.